Un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
Javi. Hey, how's it going?
What's
Hey,
up, homie?
thank you, and gracias. Once again, for calling in to you have a collect call from, and today we're gonna go ahead and give it a go. How our British counterparts would say. We've been having some issues and whatnot with the audio GTL. It's been all bad for the last few weeks,
Yeah.
and word around the prison yard is that they might have fixed everything up last night, and so far the quality seems to be dizzy or decent. What are you
Yeah,
hearing
yeah.
over the what are they talking about on the yarda?
Um. So. Handa yarda. The happers. Okay, so. So this is the thing, right? So about 2 days ago, we all got a notice on a tablet, and in order to continue on with the tablet, you got to read it. So we all read it, and it said that the tablets were going to be down from I think from 8 to 10 or 8 to midnight, and this was like 2 days ago. But I never seen them go down. I'm like, fuck, maybe they did it while I was asleep, or I don't know. But it seems, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but it seems to be that we're no longer having that cutting of the voice and fucking sounding like a robot, sounding like you're underwater, and just or just the calls dropping. You'll be on the phone and then boom, the calls just drop. So yeah, hopefully they fixed it, man. Because I was like, everybody was complaining. From what I hear, there was like thousands of complaints for this for 2GTL and Biopath. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Today was a down day, so I had forgotten all about it. Today they called. I went to school, and then on the way back, they're like, "Hey, there's a down day. There's nothing going on today." So I went to school, and then I came back, and everybody's just pretty much fucking. Everybody was sleeping. I looked out my door. I looked out my door, and everybody's house was pretty much dark. And most of the time people just catch up with the sleep and watch movies and just fucking be a straight flow host. That's what I was doing. I was
Yeah.
laying in bed all day just watching movies and shit. But yeah, it seems to be that it looks like they fixed it, because by now within these little 3 minutes that I spoke, it would have already cut off like maybe once or twice. Yeah, at least a little stutter. And did everything come out all right on your end?
Well, yeah, you know what? Normally, for these phone calls, it tends to be at this time of the day. They tend to be all right. So the real test, I would say,
Mhm.
would be later on in the evening when when everybody's jumping on at the same time. Let's just see if the
Yeah.
network or their servers or whatever they use to get these calls to go through,
Yeah.
go handle that amount of people jumping on, because I'm assuming at that prison. I've never looked up any numbers or anything, but I'm saying at least there's at least
Yeah.
3,000 prisoners, inmates, people that are behind bars
Yeah.
that I would assume at
Yeah.
so you just imagine how many people jump on at the same time at in the evening when everybody's getting off of work, and
Yeah.
they're trying to reach out. So I think that'll be the real
Oh yeah.
test.
Yeah. 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 You're right. You're right. So you know what? But you would think too, because there was no program today. There was the only thing they ran was school, right? So you would think too that a lot of people are in their house right now. But yeah, like I said earlier, a lot of people catch up in the sleep. They sleep in and they kick it. So right now is the time when everybody's getting up, dog. Everybody. So we're gonna find out right now. I give it. If it makes, this is my testing. If it makes it past 3 o'clock and it's not cutting up or doing that weird ass voice, I think they fixed it, homie. or maybe it was never hardly not. There was nothing wrong with it. Maybe somebody got caught messing with it. Remember what I was telling you? Like I think they give certain individuals too much power over our texting and over our phone privileges. Like they purposely turn us off, they cut us off, they like, oh fuck these dudes. I'm pretty sure they hate the fact that we're in our house with the phone, because it's like having a phone in the cell, even though it's controlled and they monitor and all that. They're like, man, fuck these dudes. They fucking stole my truck. They broke into my fucking in Barranfa and stole my fucking stereo, my surround sound on my round fly. Like, and they take it out on everybody. So some of these dudes drive up to work with a chip on their shoulder, homie, and they come and they fucking take it out on everybody. So that's what I want to believe, because they didn't turn off the tablets. They said it was going on for 3 hours, and it looks like it's working good.
Well,
But
let's
yeah,
just
homie, where we at right now?
right now I'm at the
Where you
park.
at?
I'm at the park. I'm still
Where we? There we are. That's
s-
it, man.
so
How's
right
it
now.
look? Give me
Um,
a view. Give me a vision.
so you know what? Right now is winter. So right now the weather. I'm looking around. I see a bunch of mountains with snow on them.
Uh
Like
huh.
I just if I do
Yeah.
like a 360 and I check out my everything around me, you
Oh.
just see like we're just surrounded by mountains
Esta
and
llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
they're just white.
Yeah,
You
that's
just
cool.
you just see a bunch of white up in the mountains. There's a bunch of trees lining up
Man.
the park, and we're just here hanging out. And well, Mia, I just jumped in the car, to take this call, and I want to check, how good my
Yeah.
because on my laptop I got a Wi-Fi a built-in Wi-Fi card on it, so I just installed my SIM card from
Uh
my
huh.
phone, and then it gives
Uh huh.
internet to my laptop here. So I'm checking,
Oh, okay,
how
okay.
good of a job it does, if I try to stream from my because other streams that I do normally I do within the comfort of my home, and we got pretty
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah,
decent broadband, so the signal is really good. But
yeah,
this would be different.
yeah,
I'll be doing it from my laptop and relying on T-Mobile to actually push out
yeah,
a decent signal. I don't think like the
yeah.
visuals.
It's good.
I'm pretty sure that the visuals are kind of skipping, but my prime
Yeah,
priority is the audio. As long as they're able to
yeah,
be able to hear some nice clear audio, then that pretty much that I'm good enough good enough for that. Because the visuals pretty much is just like pictures of like payphones like right there in LA County, like at Men Central, or in like the Gray Goose, and it just scrolling like
yeah,
through different pictures,
yeah,
through the either LA County jail or different prisons
yeah,
throughout the state of California.
yeah. Hey, so no. Well, first let me tell you, the audio is fucking good, homie. Everything's clear. Man, I'm actually surprised that it's this good. And you're inside a car, huh? With your windows rolled up or the windows rolled down?
So
It sounds hella clear.
So right now, no, actually, I got one of the windows down, and I have the door next to me open. I have it popped open because if not, then it's cold outside, but the car
Oh,
gets warm, because of the sun. So I have the door propped
yeah,
open, and I'm just just chilling right here in the
yeah,
back seat. I got my laptop, and then I got
yeah.
it hooked up to this like monstrous battery pack, so I could keep it nice and charged. It doesn't give out in the middle of this call. And funny
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
we're near
You
the air.
got, yeah, you got it.
Yep, yep,
Uh huh.
yep, yep. And then I'm using this headset. So
What happened?
maybe this headset's kind of helping out, filter out some of the surrounding sounds and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah. It sounds clear, homie. It sounds clear. So I got a question. While you're running this, right? While you're running this, what's on the visual on the channel? Is it like constant pictures moving, or is it a still? Is it a still like a screenshot, a still, like a still shot?
So it's pretty much a slideshow so like that slideshow,
Uh huh.
it's changing between pictures every few seconds, and then every time you speak
Oh, okay.
there's a voice meter.
Mhm.
And anytime you speak, the gauge is going up and down. So
Yeah.
that's how the audience
Yeah.
could see that you're speaking. When I speak, I don't have a gauge for myself, so you can't really You can't see me, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking about maybe incorporating another one in there for me. I'm kind of playing with some ideas in my head. The
Yeah.
way I want to switch up the way the background
Yeah.
or the slideshow looks. But I still haven't done anything on it. Pretty much
Yeah.
this is the same way I've been running it since you probably pretty much since the beginning. But I have some ideas in my
Yeah.
mind that I'm
I'm
playing with.
yeah. Hey, I'm surprised I ain't broken the gauge, homie. Cause you know how I could get so loud sometimes. Everybody tells me like, "Damn, fucking Javi, you're fucking loud." And I keep telling people like I can't hear my right ear, so I gotta be a little bit louder, so I could pretty much, so I could like make up for the volume, lesser sound on my right ear. But yeah, I could only imagine how the gauge fucking when I get like when I start laughing, how the little meter just starts fucking going crazy, huh?
Well, you know
It's
what?
like a bunch of little lines. It's like a heartbeat. Is it like a heartbeat gauge? You can see like little lines moving when I talk.
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like I would the best way I could describe it is like a needle, like when a needle goes up and down.
Like the earthquakes.
Kind of, yeah,
Yeah,
but
like
but
yeah, yeah,
but but then
when
like
they do.
it's like a
Okay,
long line. It's like a long line, and then whenever like there's in any audio activity from your end, then it just opens up, and you could see
okay,
like different
yeah,
different tones and like different like how
yeah,
depending on like how loud the audio is, then it'll determine how big those spikes go.
okay, yeah, that's cool. Hey, that's crazy because I never asked, but right now when you were telling me how you set it up, and that curiosity just fucking got me like, man, I wonder how that works. But yeah, it sounds to me that I think you got that down pat, homie. And then you make that video. I can't wait to get it, homie. Every time you make those, like the last one you made of me morphing from a kid, and I got older and older, and then to the old me right now. And every time I show that to somebody, like, damn, how do you do that? Well, yeah, like, fuck, fool, that's. I can't wait to play with stuff like that. 'Cause I know I could MacGyver some things together, dog. Hey, you've been like that your whole life, huh? Like you've been able to like tweak little things and shit.
Yeah, I've always been into technology. I've always had we're fortunate to get our first computer in the household. Thanks to my sister back in
Yeah,
1999, and man, I remember those days.
yeah,
When it was dial up. We had to internet was slow back then. And then if somebody would call you in the middle of you're using your internet, it was the call. Your
yeah,
internet was gonna get cut off, and then you had to dial back in, and you had to hear the dial tone, and then you would do 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 do, and then you would hear like that
yeah,
screeching sound,
yeah,
and then you got and
yeah,
then if you had some mail from AOL, and then you would hear that you got mail, and man, yeah,
yeah.
so
You
back,
got yeah.
you
Hey,
know,
my little niece.
yeah.
Hey, my little niece knows how to imitate. She knows how to.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
That little girl like said, the one I was telling you about, my little niece.
Yeah.
She can imitate all them computer sounds like to the T, homie. I'm like, damn, that's how much time she spent in a computer in the past and now, So she's pretty savvy, homie, when it comes to like computer. Like she's a little techie and she's a trip, but yeah, homie, man, you got it, bro. You got it. Are you gonna be posting up the zoo the field trip later, huh? About 6, you said?
So I was after we got off that call, after we had that horrible experience with the audio last night, I took some
Mm-hmm.
time to edit the video a little bit, and then it's set to premiere today. I think I put it for, I don't know if it's because right here I'm at a different time zone right now. I think I'm like 2 hours
Yeah,
different, so I think I put it for
yeah,
5 here, but I'm
yeah,
not sure. Like I think it's either 5 or 7. I'm a bit
yeah,
confused myself on what time it's gonna
yeah.
drop, but
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
it is gonna be
Hey, you know
dropping.
what I noticed?
Yeah.
You know what I noticed too? That like that's the first time, and I've been so fucking rugged. Like I came home and I was like, man, I just did video visit with the homie. I didn't know he was gonna post it up, which I'm fine with all the time, anyways, regardless, right? But I looked and I ran. I hadn't shaved, and you neither. I was like, fuck, what are the odds of that shit? Hey, so I looked in the mirror. I was like, ah, hell no. Like, I couldn't even hit the brakes on that. You were already doing it. It's like when when Gary fucking had me fucking stand behind him, and I was wearing two pairs of glasses and a beanie. It looked like I was hovering over him. I told him, man, don't post that up. He goes, it's too late. It's
Hey,
already posted up. I'm like,
call
ah,
back, call
fucker.
back. It's about to cut
Yeah.
off.
Okay.
All right, all right. So, Javi should be calling us back shortly, and we'll go ahead and, pretty much right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing a test run. The audio, for the last, I would say maybe like at least like 3 weeks, maybe even a month. The audio with these calls is been terrible, and that's one of the reasons that I haven't been jumping on as many calls as I normally would, just because it's frustrating. It's frustrating doing these calls and in the middle of it, or you don't even get to start, and it's just all over the place. So last night, oh, there we go, back in the game.
This call is now being
Esta es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Right
So
here. But
we're,
yeah, homie,
yep.
what's it looking like?
Nah, so yeah,
What's it looking
everything.
like?
I mean, it sounds good. It sounds perfect. And right now that you were
Yeah.
mentioning about shaving. So,
Yeah.
my wife wakes up she gets up early. She got up like at 8, and I wasn't trying to get out of this, you know, this crack
Yeah, yeah.
infested hotel we're staying at. I was like, man, it's bad. And I didn't even want to
Yeah.
go to sleep because I was just thinking about it. But then I was there, and I was like, man, I don't even want to get up because
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the reality of the situation we're in right now. But
Yeah.
she was like, so she was like, hey, we're up kind of early, why don't you shave? And I was like, man, I was waiting for you to start attacking me about the whole shaving. She's been on me for like the last 2 days about shaving.
Cause she did. Yeah, she did like 3 days ago before you guys left, huh? She's like, why
Yeah,
don't you shave?
yeah, she's been on me. She's been on me, about shaving. Sometimes I just don't feel like doing it, because I gotta shave, like, literally I gotta shave
Yeah.
like every 2 3 days. If not, then I have a full
It's
grown
a
beard.
mission, boy. That's a mission. What the fuck? You fucking straight Spaniard, homie. That's all that Spaniard in you, boy. Cause I gotta shave like maybe like once, twice a week, like if that, you
Yeah.
know. But that's crazy. Like every 2 days, every 2 days, the third day you already got what you had that one day when I called up, when we were at the zoo. That's
Yeah.
how much you had, huh?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long
Yeah,
since
that's
since
good.
since the,
And
since
it's
the last time that I shaved.
yeah, and it's a mission for you because it's a lot. And you got thick ass fucking hair, huh? So how long does it take?
It's
What do they
well,
run you about? Like 10, 20 minutes?
probably it depends. How big. Yesterday it was starting to get a little bit bigger already. So and then the razor that I was using
Yeah.
wasn't the greatest. So
Come on, serio, man?
yeah.
Come on, homie. Chili Lunch is supposed to be having top of the top, homie. Best
Hey,
of the best.
hey, those
You
razors are
know, some
expensive.
fucking triple. I know the Mach 10, or what is it, Mach 6 or Mach 4s? You got to get some shit cuatros, homie. Hey, they are, bro.
You
Like,
know what?
I had two of them shit cuatros. They're like $3 each.
I
And
don't
they're
like
only
the
usable for like four.
Yeah, I don't like
What
the
do you
shake.
use?
I
Electrical?
use no, I use the Gillettes, but I use the Fusions, and a pack of like a Fusions, the Fusion ones, you're looking at about like almost
Yeah.
$30 for
Esta
like
llamada
five.
y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
$30?
Yeah,
Hey, you said 30?
yeah,
How
30.
many are in there?
Like five,
How many are in there?
like five.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hell no, homie. You
yeah.
gotta, you gotta, you gotta go buy. You gotta shop at fucking Walking Horse, homie, or the package company
Walking
where they sell them
horses.
to us. Hey, they sell them to us cheap, homie. Hey, just I'm pretty sure they could say that. They don't say that it's just for inmates. It says for everybody, homie.
Yeah,
So you
nah.
can get the shit cuatros there for like $3 a piece.
Well, you know what? I don't mess
So
with
you get two. Yeah.
I don't mess with the shakes because
You don't like the shit cuatros?
they mess my face up. Like I'll cut myself up,
Why?
and the gelettes don't do that to me. So
Oh,
yeah, that's the only because they're really like the shakes are really sharp compared to the gillettes. So
yeah.
I don't know, like their
But
design or
yeah,
whatever. It just doesn't work on my face. So I haven't used those for years. But
yeah.
normally what I do is whenever there's deals and stuff, I'm kind of good at finding deals. So whenever I find razors, like
Yeah.
I'll stack up. I'll buy like maybe like 30 of the little of the actual razors themselves individually,
Oh,
and
okay.
then I'll hold on to them for like a few
Okay.
years. So I tend to do that.
Yeah.
Because if not, if
Yeah.
you wait till the last
Oh,
moment,
you heard it?
heard what?
We had the first hiccup. I heard the first hiccup on the phone.
Nah, I didn't hear it.
I heard the robots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, oh man, let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Hey, but yeah, homie. So yeah, we kind of went on a fucking shaving a shaving tangent for a little while right there. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring it up. I thought it was funny, bro. Like at your power, like how that shit goes, homie. You're like a chia pit, homie. That shit. They just how bam the next day, like you'll shave the next day. That shit popping back out, huh?
Yep,
De
yep,
volada.
yeah.
But yeah. Hey, so how many have you? Who's the last one that jumped on? Did you have anybody jump on yesterday
No,
or the
no,
day
no,
before?
no.
Besides,
The day before, yeah,
oh,
the day
okay.
before uh I had Jesse, David, and one other person, jump on, but
Yeah.
it was pretty good yesterday, and then yesterday I attempted to do one with you last night, but that didn't go too well. But
Yeah.
like I said, I mean today, I
Yeah.
got that other, I got that your field trip out to the zoo, dropping.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was crazy. Yeah. The tiger was my favorite one, homie. The tiger,
Oh, really?
that thing was like right there, homie. Oh yeah, the tiger, that's by far, homie. The strength of that tiger, homie. I like, fuck, that thing is all muscle, dog. All muscle. He was just looking at us like we weren't even there. I was tripping out, like he. I wonder what he was thinking, huh? Like we were like just a little fucking like a night. You know how when a fly comes flying around us, like we just shoot shit away like a fucking mosquito.
Yeah.
The tiger, even though there's a glass between us, you would think that tiger would turn around and look at us like, man, I want to fucking eat you guys. Like open up. I've seen it before when the tigers come, and I think I've seen a special like a famous video where this little girl running back and forth, and a tiger got up on top of it and he was opening the jaw, trying to eat the baby's head through the glass. You
Yeah.
ever seen that one?
No,
Yeah,
no, I
but
haven't
man,
seen that
that
one. I
thing was
haven't seen that one.
monstrous.
Hey, but so Trip.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah,
looking up like to how I was gonna do edit the thumbnail for that video, and then I was like, man,
yeah,
I started looking up polar bears, and I found a picture of a polar bear, and so there's a polar
yeah,
bear in the background with his mouth open with his paw
yeah,
like on a window, and then I got you like
yeah.
right next to the polar bear, like you got the phone in your up to your ear,
Oh, yeah.
and the thumbnail reads
Okay.
seeing a zoo after 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
That it is a major difference. See, I'm pretty sure people are gonna say, "Well, he's got a TV." Yeah, but when you're watching something on TV, it's been done it's for a wide, a wide range of people. Like it's edited, done. But I was there. Like it's different. Like when you take me on the phone and you give me a tour and you take me, I feel even though I wasn't there, I was there like fucking how can I say I was more involved with and more like damn look at that hey even the polar bear remember the polar bear the one that was on top and the one that was on the bottom were like fuck when that motherfucker got up and he was walking I was like damn that thing looked humongous fool And the one that was sitting on top looked a little bit smaller. I think that was the female. But it's a big difference, huh? It's a big difference of seeing it on TV and seeing it from somebody's personal phone that I'm connected to.
No,
You get what I'm saying?
you know what? Well,
That I'm yeah, that's
in this case, it's kind of like looking. The way I
yeah.
look at it is kind of you have a window and you're looking through that window because it's an actual moment.
Exactly.
It's happening in real time. So it's not like looking at TV. TV, you're looking at
Yeah.
TV and it's pre-recorded, and the whole
Yeah.
moment that I was
Exactly.
I was able to capture on my phone.
Yeah.
It was in real time. So it was
Yeah.
like if somebody was there and they would tell me hi, you
Yeah.
could see that interaction
Yeah.
like live and
Yes.
direct. So I mean,
Yes.
so it's
Yeah.
different, than
Yeah.
showing you a video because
Yeah. I like that, bro. Yeah. Exactly what I was trying to say. I just didn't know how to word it. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But yeah, so I get a little feeling, and to tell you what it felt is that's another wording. But yeah, and I was like, fuck. I remember my heart was beating fast. I like, hey, let me see what else is there. What else is there? And you couldn't take me fast enough to like places because they're pretty spaced out. Like every exhibit is spaced out. So it was funny because you were walking. I could see you walking fast. And I'm like, hey, where are we going now? And I seen that little bridge where we had already walked by. And I think you guys got lost for a minute, huh? Did you guys get lost or went
yeah,
back to the same
yeah. Because
spot?
we didn't grab
And then your
we
little
didn't grab a map. Yeah,
and then your little daughter would tell her, hey, take us to the red pandas. And your little daughter straight took us there. I'm like, damn. And she knew exactly where it was at, huh?
yeah.
That's a
She knows.
trip.
Yeah, she
That
knows
shit
it.
blew my mind.
Yeah, she's
Hey, that tripped me out. Hey, that tripped me out, dog. That tripped me out. Hey, but then I started laughing when you told me the ice cream was right by it. I said, no wonder she remembered where.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, the ice cream store's right next to it, huh? You think that's why she remembered?
I'm pretty sure that's one of the
Did
reasons
you
she
guys
remembered.
even stop? Yeah. She was trying to entice you to get her ice cream. Were they closed? The ice cream shop?
Yeah,
Was
everything
it
was
closed?
closed, but last time we came, it was open, and we ended up getting her one. But they give you like surprisingly,
Okay.
they give you a
Yeah.
lot. They give you some big scoops, so she didn't even end up
Oh
finishing
wow.
Last time we were here, but right
Yeah.
now we're at the park, and last time we were here, it was last year. I think
Yeah.
like around the same time, there was snow. Like there was snow all over
Yeah.
the park. So, uh,
Oh.
we were taking a little walk, and she was like, "I want to see snow," and I was like, "Nah, there's no snow today."
Yeah.
And she was like, and I told her, "Hey, if you want
Yeah.
snow, I mean, we could drive up to the mountains." And she was like, "No, I want
Yeah.
snow right now." And I'm like, "There is no snow right now." And I was like, "Let's go walk around the campus and you go ahead and check it out." And but yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't want to get off
Yeah.
of it, and she was about to start crying. I was like, I mean, there's nothing I
Yeah.
could do. I mean, the only other option is for us to drive up to the mountain,
Ah,
and then so
pobrecita.
we just went
Yeah.
walking around, and she was picking up some acorns and some rocks. She was like, she picked up like these
Yeah.
red rocks that they got out here, and uh and then
Yeah.
she was telling me that she wants to go get white paint because she likes to paint rocks. So
Uh huh.
we'll probably stop by
Oh,
there.
Tupeno, huh?
Yeah,
Tupeno.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hey, you know what we missed out on as far as field trips? Remember for the Super Bowl? I
Oh,
was supposed to call
yeah,
on the way back, and you were gonna stop in front of the stadium, and the phones weren't working that day. But
yeah.
man, I wish I would have caught that. I got a got a glimpse of the outside of the stadium, because people still party outside the stadium, huh?
No, so you know
In
what,
the
Trip?
parking
Hey,
lot.
what I can do is this. Look,
Yeah,
yeah, because no, that would have
yeah,
been fantastic. That would have been a fantastic idea.
yeah,
But they got other events
yeah,
going on. They got concerts and whatnot. So maybe like one of these times that
yeah,
there's like an event going on in the evening. Go ahead and head out there when they have a concert or something because they got other. I think
yeah,
they got other sports events going on
yeah,
there too, or not even there. But
yeah,
wherever like man like anywhere because we be going to different places. So
yeah,
the possibilities are
yeah,
absolutely endless with this new technology that they're
yeah.
offering as long as your imagination is
Exactly.
is capable of coming up with these thoughts. But like I was telling my lady, I was like, hey,
Yeah.
because we're gonna go up to Coachella next month. So I was like, man, well, we'll be
Yeah.
up there. We could have
Oh
have
yeah.
Javi see one of the
I've never
bands,
been
or
there.
one of the groups, playing. So imagine, hey,
Yeah.
coming, get some
Fuck.
videos going like that. So I'm definitely
Um.
thinking about things to do, and then in the summertime we're gonna be going up
Uh,
to Europe. So hey, you could come along for the ride, and
yeah.
maybe we'll catch a gondola ride right there
Hell yeah.
in Venice, or maybe we'll stop by
Yeah.
Rome, and you could see like where they used to
Yeah.
get down, when they used to sick the tigers on the
Yeah.
peasants, and or maybe we'll go have some tea and crumpets in London, so
Over there with BD. Hey, go over there with go. Hey, go visit. Go drink some tea with BD K. Huh? Go
yeah,
visit BD.
yeah, yeah, we'll go to
Oh yeah.
E16, and
She's over
man,
there. I
yeah.
see. Yeah. Hell yeah. Man, homie, the man, the things are endless. You know, like back.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
You know, when I had the cell phone, I never thought of this. The only FaceTime I would do is just right there and then, like with my cousins, my little nieces, my mom, my dad. You know, one time they were at the mall. You know, and they gave me like a quick tour of the mall. But like I never thought of like, oh yeah. One time my carnala put the phone in front of the car, and we went to the bufadora. So she took me, over there in Ensenada. So she took me through all the back roads, all the country, and I was front row seat, you know what I mean? And I like the feeling of being just in front of the right there in the windshield, and just to see her drive all the curves of that road.
Hey, call
I
back.
felt like I was inside the truck.
Is about to
Okay.
cut off. Call back. All right, so the 15 minutes were about to be up, and right now, pretty much, we really don't have anything, pre-planned, to speak about. I just want to go ahead and check out the audio because, as you guys know, if you guys are regulars, the audio is definitely it's been all bad. And last night supposedly they were gonna fix it, so pretty much I just want to go ahead and check it out and check if how it's sounding. If I mean, and if you guys normally participate in the chat, if you guys could let me know, how it sounds, I would, highly appreciate it.
This call is now being
Esta es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel-Link.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, you
So
know what?
yeah, man.
So, and it's
Yeah.
funny because this is
Yeah.
something that I've been thinking about for maybe like 2 3 years. I was doing this stuff,
Uh
like
huh.
well, el presidente. I took him. A few times
Yeah.
I went out and about because we used to do those. We used to do the like the visits, the virtual visits that they would offer, like on Sundays.
Yeah.
And I would go like
Yeah.
one time I went to the stadium and I hung because those calls were they were there for an hour. So I would go out,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
told him, I was like, hey, I want to go to this place, I want to show you this place, and he was like, hell yeah. So I've been having that thought
Yeah.
for some time. It's not something that I just like I just thought
Yeah.
about like yesterday. It's something that
Yeah.
I've been
It's
definitely
such a
thinking.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a
So
good idea, bro. And then you taking the time out of because I'm pretty sure you're going out with your little family right there, your wife, your little daughter, but you also include us, so it's even more important, more up close and personal that it's cool that you allow us to come into your little to intrude into your little vacation through the screen, and then you still give us a little tour, because I'm sure it's got to be like, like I'm sure like while you're walking, like when you were at the park, while you were walking, your daughter, your wife was with you, and I'm pretty sure like they kind of miss you for the where we did it for half an hour or an hour. So I'm pretty sure your daughter was wanting to say, "Let's dad, let's dad." So I appreciate that. I mean, like it really means a lot to me.
no,
It
hey,
really
you know
does.
what? And right now that you mentioned that, the cool thing is that my lady doesn't. my lady doesn't, she doesn't trip about it, or she at least she doesn't voice anything to me about it, because I tell her, like the things that I do, and that we're doing, I'm bringing you guys along, is things that I would want to do if I was
yeah,
incarcerated. I would love,
yeah,
for somebody, to
yeah,
pick up my cause. I would love, somebody, take me to a video visit, and
exactly.
see something that haven't seen in years. So, I do
Yeah,
put some thought into these things that I'm doing. So,
yeah,
I'm not sure if most people could relate to it. I'm not sure, what, because I've never
yeah,
looked up at, what, like, as far as like the population, as the public in general. I've never looked up as,
yeah,
what percentage of people have, gone through incarceration, at some point in their lives.
uh-huh,
So, or if, even if people think about it, even if they've been incarcerated, do they think about,
yeah.
whether it was a day, a week, a year, or whatever, they went through, do they think about the things that they went through? I could speak for myself, and
Oh
I
man,
know
for sure.
I always think about it. That's
Yeah,
that's something
yeah,
that's in me. I never went to prison
yeah,
or anything like that, but the things that I
yeah,
do, they go through. It's always in the back of my head, and I think about it.
yeah. Like the things you would miss. Like I could tell you this much: the things, the small things that we take for granted when we're out there, and you get, you get, especially me after so many years in here. Like I'm gonna tell you like this. Like one time, let me see. I was on a call with Biddy K, and I heard a dog. Remember I told you, and I wanted to hear the dog bark. Man, I heard that dog bark, and it was such a healthy bark, homie. It was a Rottweiler, and I could see the fucking dog because I know what Rottweilers look like, but I could see it. So when you explain things to me, even when we're not doing a video visit, but you're telling me where you're at, what you're doing, the only thing we have is our mind to work with, our imagination. We work by pictures, videos, and explanation. Like when you're telling me, when you're describing something to me. So that's how I get out of here, and that's how a lot of us do. You know, if you have the mentality to focus and pay attention, that's how I get out. So a lot of times, like I'll tell my tia, "Hey tia, well, well, explain to me what the house look like," or she'll do a video visit, and then she'll tell me this is here, this is there, this is there. So while I'm talking to her and she's moving about the house, I'm moving with her and I'm looking at everything in a way. Does that make sense to you? Does that kind of explain a little bit what I'm talking about? Does it make sense?
Yeah, no, it absolutely
Yeah.
does make sense.
Yeah. So that's what we got, bro. And like I said, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for this. I'm in this little room, but the only thing that can hold is my body, homie, but not my imagination, not my thinking, nothing. Just the physical part. But everything else can leave. Todo sale, homie. So I'm out there right now, homie. We're at the parque right now. You're sitting down with the laptop open. You got the door open. I could see maybe your little girl still running around limping right there somewhere.
Yeah.
You told me she fell and she scratched her little knee. Pobrecita. Uh, oh man, I hate to see when little babies fall because they're running so happy and boom, they fall and they boom instantly start crying. Because yeah, I can imagine their little pain. They go from being super happy to experiencing pain. So
No,
yeah,
you
homie.
know what? So she was so we were at this botanical garden, and when we're walking around, I saw a squirrel, and I was like, "Hey, look, there's a squirrel!" So she gets all excited, and so she
Uh-huh.
starts trying to chase the squirrel, and she fell down. And as soon as she fell down, look, it's funny
uh,
because as soon as she fell down, the first thought that came into my mind was like, she's gonna say she doesn't want to take showers, because every time she gets hurt, like when she bruises her knees
Esta
or her
llamada y
elbows,
su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
like she bruises her like elbows or
what?
knees, she's always complaining that
Uh-huh.
she doesn't like to take
It
showers because she
burns.
doesn't like to get it wet. Yeah, and sure enough, and she was like, no showers, like no showers.
Yeah.
And I wanted to laugh.
You know why? Because of the burn, homie. The burn when the little scab is there and they jump and it resurfaces. The pain resurfaces. So she's like, oh hell no, pops. Like I ain't getting no shower today.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it's like,
So, but yeah,
pobrecita.
she'll be
What you
doing
guys
that.
put on it? What you
S-
guys put on it?
So,
Did you
oh,
guys
so
put
so
that
then
the peroxide?
no, so we had to stop by Walmart because we wanted to get some waters because
Uh huh.
we didn't have any waters last night in the
Uh,
hotel room. So we stopped by. So I dropped on my lady. I was like,
yeah.
hey, look, I'm gonna drop you off, and then I'll post up right here, and when you come out,
Uh,
then I'll be here. But then I ended up moving
uh,
from there, and then I called her because she took a little bit,
yeah.
she took a while, and then she was like, yeah, I'm almost ready. I'm about
Yeah.
to check out. So she called me back. She was like, where you at? I was like, I'm coming through,
Yeah.
and then she was like, hurry up. There's like some sketchy dude right here.
Uh,
So then, sure enough, yeah, there was like this
yeah.
dude standing like right behind her, um like straight smoker. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like out here, I'm not even expecting that. We're out here in Salt Lake City, and I'm thinking like
Yeah.
it's all fine and
Crazy.
dandy, but nah, like this, like, man, like
Yeah.
it's crazy everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Like there's people that are definitely on some
Yeah.
stuff. Like there are some BS, and sure enough, like as
Yeah.
soon as I pulled up, that fool, he
Yeah.
he he skedaddled. He was gone. So
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
man, I was like, man,
It's a
like,
crazy
what would
world.
I do? Like, if this
Crazy
fool's already trying
world.
to snatch your bag, like, what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna run this fool over. Like, what?
Yeah.
What's the proper action
Yeah.
for something like that?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Pepper spray, homie.
nah,
You got,
I would
hey,
have some.
hey, you guys gotta yeah, you guys gotta carry pepper spray and that loud ass fucking horn. You know them
No,
loud ass horns you take
hey,
in like the videos?
I'm gonna carry a whistle. We have to know whistle.
Yeah. Oh, get one of them cop whistles, huh? But yeah, homie, like, if you try, look, first of all, you're trying not to get in trouble, right? You're trying not to get no kind of fucking, not to get no kind of fucking legal, no kind of legal bind, right?
Yeah,
So you're not trying to act violent. You're not trying to act physical. You're not trying to be physical with a fucking crackhead. So I think the best thing would work was one of them loud ass super horns because they're loud. If you put that shit right by his ear, that fool's gonna take off so fast he's not gonna know what the fuck that was. So he's gonna be scared, and that's gonna attract so much attention. That's what I tell people, like, man, all the shit that happens out there, like, it's so easy to fix the problem. Carry pepper spray, carry a fucking taser, carry one of them long ass, fuck loud ass horns. Even if it's taking space in your bag, it's worth it.
but you know
You
what?
know?
But you gotta remember something that
Yeah,
when you're in situations like that, like, I'm not gonna
yeah,
be thinking about, here, let me blow a whistle when some dude's trying to grab my lady's purse. I'm like, I wanna inflict
yeah,
some hurt. So and then
yeah. Of
and then
course,
two and then two,
but
hey,
I just
but then
yeah,
two,
but I
hey, hey, but then you gotta think about
yeah,
this too. Like, I start blowing a whistle, hey, some dude's trying to grab
yeah,
my lady's purse, and I'm gonna be blowing a whistle. My lady's gonna be like, what the
yeah.
fuck are you doing? Like this is no time to be blowing whistles.
No. Yeah, but hey, it's not a whistle. Hey, it's not a whistle. It's that fucking thing. It's like a
The
it's like
blow
a
horn.
spray can
That one one one
that's
one
got
one
a horn.
one.
That's blowhorn. Exact. Yeah. Hey, has anybody ever blew a blowhorn straight at you? How
Nah.
loud that shit is?
Yeah.
Hey, homie, that shit'll get you jumped. That especially them fools, because they're already skittish. They're already all cracked out. They're all paranoid, all tweaked out, and they're all edgy. So with that fool, you get any other motherfuckers to take off running.
Hey, you know
ASAP,
what?
as
To
soon as
to
they
be
hear
honest
it.
with you, I think I would
But
probably
yeah.
I would probably opt out or I would opt in for a rear naked chokehold. I think that'll do the trick.
No, hell no, fool. You're gonna get all that scum, all that nasty ass fucking odor on you. A lot of them fools ain't showered in months, homie. Like you trying to first you're not trying to be physical, right? For two reasons. You don't want to be caught up in a legal bind, like where you're gonna, they're gonna press charges on you, and you're gonna have to deal with all the fucking cop shit and all the reports and all that.
But you know what?
So
Okay,
that's
so
why I was saying that,
but
like,
but but that's another thing.
yeah,
So it all depends on the state you're in, because some states have you stand your ground,
yeah,
and Utah, I believe, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken, it is a stand your ground state. The
yeah,
dude that would be having something coming would be the smoker, and that's if my wife would press charges. Um, but
yeah,
uh, but as far as
but yeah,
it all depends on the state. There's some states that you can't do anything. If you try to protect your home or whatever.
yeah,
And I know, like, I don't know if
mm.
it's like Virginia or there's somewhere out there, like somewhere out east. That there's states
Florida,
that. No, Florida is a stand your ground. Yeah,
I
no,
think.
no. If you break into somebody's house,
Okay, okay.
you know they're within their
Yeah.
right, their legal
They
right,
can shoot you, huh?
to let you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just depends where you're at. California, yeah, I wouldn't recommend to do anything like that. Just the way the state's going right now. If you do
Yeah.
prevent your wife getting her purse snatched
Yeah.
or whatever,
Well.
depending on how bad you hurt the individual, that you might have
Yeah.
something coming your way. So I think it just
Yeah.
varies.
Yeah. Hey, you know why I say all this?
Yeah.
Because here I am, right? I've been in prison 31 years, and this June, in 2 months, 3 months, I'll be in 3 months, I think, around there. That'll be 31 years, right? And I'm already thinking about, man, when shit, when, people act crazy out there, when I get confronted with a situation, how am I gonna deal with it? Because I'm already gonna be under the scope. I'm gonna be being watched. I'm gonna be on fucking parole. Especially when you're a lifer, you're like, they're really watching you. And like, I won't be able to. Am I gonna be able to defend myself? So, I'm already putting them thoughts in a play, and I'm already practicing thinking about it. Like, okay, how would I deal with this? So that's what I was saying. That like, man, I'm gonna have to be carrying around. I'm going from fucking being in prison to fucking handling my business and fucking fighting fools over some stupid shit right here, And out there, somebody getting, trying to get physical with like my loved one or trying to snatch a purse, let's say from my mom or something. It's gonna be so hard for me not to put hands on somebody. You
Hey,
know what I'm
well,
saying?
I'm gonna
But
tell you what.
I can't.
Hey, the day you walk out
Yeah.
those gates, I'm gonna have a nice little orange whistle for you. All right. So you'll be ready. So you'll be.
A blowhorn, that's it. Ain't no fucking whistle. I ain't gonna be a blowhorn with a big ass corneta.
Hey, nah, I
Yeah,
can't.
I
I,
kind
I,
of
I
set
can't do you
myself
like
up
that.
for that one, huh?
If I give you a blowhorn, that you might
Le
catch
queda un restante de 60 segundos.
a case.
Oh
Hurting
yeah, I'm not
somebody, blowing out somebody's eardrum. You'll be
Esta
the
llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
With your luck, you'll be the first in
But
California
yeah,
history to
man.
ever catch a case on blowing blowhorn in somebody's ear. You'll be the new pizza. You'll be
hey,
the new pizza guy.
yeah, the new pizza guy that got a life sentence for fucking blowing a blowhorn in somebody's fucking eardrum. What I mean? I could already see the title in the news, like a former inmate parolee that did 31 years in prison fucking blew somebody's eardrum with the blowhorn to try to prevent that person from taking my mom's purse. Yeah, and you know what's crazy, bro? Like, I'm being real. Like, how am I gonna deal with this shit? In Mexico is a different. And then another thing, there's cameras everywhere, homie.
Hey,
Like
call me
you
back. It's about
can't.
to cut off. All right, so I definitely lost track of time. I think I find this conversation quite humorous, and Javi is gonna be calling us back. And I just read your question, Angel. And he's asking in Ventura County Jail, they have fish Fridays for dinner. And let me ask you, is that real fish, or is that like fish sticks, or what kind of fish exactly are we talking about?
This
Esta
call is
es
now being
Global
recorded.
Talent. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel-Link.
Hello, Javi.
No. Yes, sir.
Hey, man,
Right here.
you'll be going from attacking wheelchair bandits to going to blowing out eardrums with.
Ah, my God, homie, that's the story of me. That's the story of me, fool. I'm constantly. I think I could honestly say, bro, that I think I've encountered the most awkward situations, the most awkward individuals, the most awkward fucking crimes, because I told you this. Anybody that knows me, they know my crime. They know how the shit happened. They know how it wasn't supposed to happen. And, you know, everybody knows that I was just trying to fucking go and do a drug deal, and, you know, somebody switched the plan at the last minute, and here I am, you know. But yeah, that is my story, bro. Like, you know, I know a certain person. I forgot who. I think it was one of the. I think it was Biddy K. And she told me one time, like, don't say that you have bad luck. Don't bring it upon yourself. Don't bring in the negative energy, because you keep bringing it back to you. So, yeah, I shy away from saying that. But, yeah, I used to be like, man, I told you guys about my luck. I think I gave you guys, like, a little example of what I compared it to. Do you remember what I compared it to? You
I
remember, James, what I compared my luck to?
I don't remember what you
You
compared it to,
remember?
but I know you're always saying that you have like the worst luck ever. Like if something
Yeah,
could go wrong, it
and
happens to
so,
you.
oh my, hey, dog, I could tell you like this, like, okay, a perfect example, even when it comes to food, when I was in the shoe. You know, when I was in the shoe, I was in trouble. My mom was mad at me. My dad was mad at me. My little sister. Told you guys I got busted. My little sister was bringing in, I was slanging dope. So everybody cut me loose for a while. They're like, how fucking dare you? You're on the leva for 3 fucking years. So I had to hustle. I had to fucking get my everyday sopita, my coffee, and everything. So every time they gave us like cinnamon roll, I said cinnamon roll,
Ah, cinnamon roll.
cinnamon roll. It came out right. I think it came
You
out
got
right.
it.
Anyhow, so every time they would give us a cinnamon roll, there'd be these big ass, huge cinnamon rolls, right? But every time it came to my door, I would get a tiny little cinnamon roll, like if they shooters did. But these shooters are not doing it on purpose. They don't have time to fucking plan and fucking give me a time. It just so happened to be that's how it always worked out for me. Same thing with the chicken. Every time they gave us chicken, everybody would get a chicken. I'll get like a little fucking little pigeon, like a little leg of a pigeon. Like, where the fuck is my chicken? This is not cool, you know. But it was just constantly happening, and so I accepted the fact that.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
But I don't no longer do that, dog. I don't no longer bring that negative fucking. I don't say I have that luck no more. But I used to be like that. And I compared it. The way I compared it, you know, I said that if I was to go to yard and it was raining fucking coochie, I get hit with the fucking penis, you know? So that's why I always tell somebody, like if I step out the house right now and it's raining nothing but coochie, right? I step out, everybody's hitting in the head with coochie, and I get hit with a fucking dick. Bam! Like, what the fuck? So yeah, that's like I always say that, like, man, that's my luck. That it can't be more fucking straight fucking hardcore than that, bro. Like everybody. But so far, like I've noticed a change. Like I've stopped bringing that negative energy, and I've been more positive. So it seems like the tables are turning, homie. I'm starting to see good things happen to me. So I got the good luck now.
Hey, let me ask you something,
Oh,
cause
matter of fact, is it St. Patrick's Day today, huh?
I believe so. I do believe it is.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I got the good luck, Sean.
let me ask you something, because Angel, we have Angel, on the chat. We also had
Yeah,
Goombastic 562 tap in, and also we just got
yeah.
Iceman that just tapped in, and
Okay,
Angel from the
that's
805,
right.
he's asking, he was like, hey James, in Ventura County, they have
Uh-huh.
fish Fridays for dinner. Do they have that in prison or in LA County? Do they have fish? Do they have any type of fish Fridays over there where you're at?
Yeah. Hell yeah, they do, and that shit is nasty. Everybody, and I know why he said that, because everybody dreaded that day. You know, if you know it came Friday, like everybody was already hustling up soups. If you didn't have no food, you were out there finding for something to eat. The fish is not just fish; it's fucking fishy, homie. The smell of it, it's that fish that you know, and then it's got little dark spots and shit. Yeah, it's nasty, dog. So yeah, we still get fish Fridays, and they're trying to make it better. They give us tortillas. They cut little. They make like little fish sticks, but it's still fucking fish. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't think nobody does. But yeah, we still have it.
Man,
Used to
yeah.
have that shit.
And as far as me, I can't remember. I can't remember what kind of if they get fish or not in LA County, but if they did, that's something
Yeah.
definitely I would have not touched. I can definitely confirm that I did not touch. I didn't mess with those ham sandwiches or mystery meat because they sometimes they were green
Yeah.
and yeah, nah, those were all bad. I messed.
Oh, the dragon meat,
Yeah,
the dragon tongue,
yep,
the dragon
the
tongue, the
dragon
meat
tongue.
that you that's got like the yeah, hey, it's got like a rainbow color. Yeah, we used to call it dragon tongue, because the meat you get it. I know exactly which one you're talking about, and it had all kinds of colors in it, huh?
Yeah,
That's the one you talk about,
yeah,
James?
exactly the one that I'm talking about.
Yeah, that shit was weird. Yeah, I didn't fuck with it either. Like I passed. I'm real fucking phobic. Like even that's why even the water in prison, like it's still taking me time to get to accept that. Like I'm not comfortable drinking the prison water. I'm just not.
Hey, so
Because yeah,
what do
like
you have like did
man,
you have like a homemade filtration system like a bunch of flask and
yeah,
a bunch of tubes and stuff and then
I boil it.
oh all right.
I boil it. Yeah, I drink hot water, homie. I drink hot water. It took me years to get used to it, but I rather drink hot water than cold water. Even if I'm thirsty, like if I'm thirsty, I take a cup of cold water. I take it down, right, and maybe put a little bit of Kool-Aid. They say that shit don't count when you put Kool-Aid on it. I don't know how true that is. I heard it does, but oh well. Yeah, my mom said it doesn't. A lot of people say it doesn't. It says that when you drink water, it only counts when it's pure water. Is that? Can you look that up for me, James? Whenever you get a chance, see how true that is.
It has
What
to
do
help
you know about that?
because you're drinking water. I mean, your body's gonna filter it out. The obviously our body needs
Yeah,
water. Obviously, I mean, but and
yeah,
then you're just adding sugar to that water, so the sugar is gonna get filtered out
yeah,
whichever way it does or
yeah.
wherever it does. I think I'm not gonna even talk about biology because I don't even know. But
So- somebody, hey, somebody that's listening is not gonna like this, but I can tell you right now. But yeah, because I was having a debate, not a debate, but I was trying to tell him like, water is water. If I drink it in coffee, my body is gonna keep the water and it's gonna filter off the calories and all that. But there is water in me because, like I was telling him, like I could play a whole game of fucking basketball. I could run maybe like 6 laps around the yard and still work out and still not get thirsty. And I've never been a thirsty person. I don't get thirsty. I've never. I could honestly tell you, maybe in my lifetime, maybe 100, 200 times I've been thirsty, and that's probably like I don't know, maybe because I had a hangover and I couldn't wait to drink water the next day. But I don't experience the feeling of thirst.
hey,
So they
well,
tell me like, man, how the fuck are you alive? I said, I don't know. It's crazy, huh?
well, check this out. I'll tell you what. Look, when you come home, we'll go
Yeah.
out to the desert. I'll throw you in the desert,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll give you like 2 cups of hold on. I'm not done yet. I'm gonna give you 2 cups. I'm gonna give you 2 cups full of sugar. All right, and then
Uh-huh.
try to drink that sugar, and then tell me if you're thirsty.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Hey, I can tell you what. I tell you what. If they ran 100 of us across the desert, and they're all dying from being thirsty, I'll be the last to die
There.
because hey, fool, I don't know. Hey, I'll be telling the doctor like, man, but no, but now no, no. But serious though, on a serious note, like I've been drinking more water now, like, because they say just because you're not thirsty doesn't mean you don't need the water, right? But I've always had like a phobia, like me da, I don't like the fucking prison water, period, bro. I don't like it. Because I know our water gets recycled and it gets all kinds of, it smells like bleach sometimes. And so it's just time that, you would think after 30 years I would accept it and just get used to it. I can't. And I trip out because I see fools fill up so many containers of water in the day room. And I'm looking at them like, damn, homie, you drink all that water? And they look at me like, yeah, why, you don't? I'm like, yeah, not that fucking much. Yeah, no, you got me fucked up. I'm not gonna drink all that water. But yeah, I gotta push the ante on that.
But you know what? I'll
But
tell
yeah,
you,
homie,
like from my personal experience, I prefer to drink water over anything else.
yeah,
I rather drink water than soda, than
yeah,
juice, all that stuff.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
and it's because drinking a lot of that stuff causes a lot of other issues. We're already putting a lot of trash in
Yeah,
our body, and then we're gonna finish it off by putting
yeah,
some sugary drink in our body. So I prefer water, and
yeah.
we tend not to have sodas or those type of drinks in our refrigerator in our home. But you know what,
Oh, that's good.
El Iceman just he has a question on here for you, and he wants to know
Yeah.
uh,
What's up, Ice?
if you're going to any self-help classes, or
Uh-huh.
are you going to any classes, or
Oh
to
yeah.
any self-help classes, or do you just spend it in your cell all day, just you think?
Oh, oh no. No, you already know Iceman, but I tell you what, I appreciate the question, Iceman, because I know he's asking it, so people that are really tapping in that are not regular listeners, they know that. I know we've been veering off our topic of what this is supposed to be, like telling a story, from my first memory to how I ended up in prison, and telling the journey of my life in here, right? So every so often we veer off course, especially now because we weren't able to do no podcast because the phone was messing up. But so no, just so everybody knows, yes, since I've been here, that's the reason why they finally gave me a level 3 override, because I was level 4 my whole entire 30 years, straight 30 years. Like I feel like I've been here longer than I think I'm barely going on 9 months in this prison, but I feel like I've been here like 3 or 4 years for some reason, because that's how much involved I am in my self help. Like I already got, and I've got like the certificates that count the most, the volunteer ones, because the ones that they force you to go to, yeah, cool, yeah, but you have to go, because if you don't, they're gonna give you a write up, and then that write up is not gonna let you go home, because the board is gonna say, okay, yeah, cool, you got a write up even though we put you in this class and you didn't go. So yeah, I got one, two, three. I got four certificates. One was a 3-day workshop for alternative to violence project, and then the other one was the for
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
and they were deep, homie, and I'm still doing them. I'm doing the criminals. This one sounds funny to me to say, but that's the name of it. Remember the name of it, James? I
The
can't
criminal
never say it right. What's the name of
Yeah,
it?
what is it? The CGA, the Criminal Gangsters Anonymous.
CGA. Yeah, Criminals Gangsters Anonymous. That to me sounds like ooh, 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 right? But it's a real thing, So we're making it's a real thing.
Hey, hey,
You
where
would
you
think
going? Hey,
alcoholics
where
they
you
make
going?
everything anonymous.
Hey, I'm going to CGA,
Yeah, it's
Criminal
crazy, huh?
Gangsters Anonymous.
Yeah, yeah. So when they open the door, they say criminal. When the timer announces it, I rather want him to just abbreviate the name of it, because when he had to say the whole name, other fools that have been down like maybe like a year or two, they look at it like uy 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 calmate, right? We're like, and I'm trying to be as humble as possible stepping outside my door, right? But yeah, so I just don't like the handle they gave it, the name. Yeah, so
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
and they're pretty deep, man. Their conversations are pretty hardy, pretty. You're pretty involved in being real with your past, your present. You're talking about the people you hurt along the way. You're talking about the people you've stabbed, the people you've shot, the people you've killed, and people pretty candid. Like they come out pretty like straight honest about the whole thing. That you'll hear voices crack, you'll hear people kind of tear, you'll see people tear up, and I didn't know groups could do that to you. And I already experienced certain things that I've already put into play, like
Hey,
situations,
Javi.
everyday situations. And, yeah,
Hey, it's about to cut off like in three
yeah,
seconds. Call back.
okay, yeah, okay.
All right. So, 15 minutes we're coming up. So I just gave Javi heads up before he got cut off in the middle of his conversation. And he should be calling us back shortly. And right now, if you guys are wondering why, because I did notice that like the you know the what is it the pictures that are scrolling in the background, they're a little bit laggy, and that's because I am mobile right now. I'm streaming from my laptop.
Esta es Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada
This
de
call is now being recorded.
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
hello, Javi.
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
so I want to read off two comments that ICEMAN dropped on the chat here. He
Okay.
puts I'm very proud Javier making those changes in his life educationally, and then he's also he wants to ask one more question, and he's asking does Javier prefer
Uh
doing
huh.
time nowadays or back in the 90s? It's obvious, obviously it's obvious prison has changed a lot.
Yeah. So I see why he asked that question. Well, the reason he asked that question is because of the way the prison has been like the whole system has been flipped upside down and remade. Like everything is like 360, homie, completely different. Back then, you would go to the hole even for a fight. You would go to the hole for 30 days. Now you can stab somebody and not even go to the hole. They'll send you over there and you come back the same day. They'll just go for your hearing and you come back. So they don't have shoot terms. I mean, they don't have the shoot no more. They did away. Prison became hella soft, homie. So it's a hard question because as far as that, I wish they still had the shoe because a lot of us when we couldn't handle no more and we were just fed up with so much fucking prison drama and so much of this bullshit. Not just the inmates, sometimes the cops fucking with us. That we would just want to go to the hall or go to the shoe, and we used to call it vacation time because you're in your house. Your program is not going to change. You know what you got coming every single day. You don't wake up and there's no surprises. You know exactly what you're going to get every single day. So, yeah, I think it's a hard question, but I would still prefer this doing time right now because of all the programming we got now. And the tabletas. We didn't have phones in the cell back then.
Hey,
you know?
but let
But
me
yeah.
ask you. So, like back in the 90s, were you there? Were people dropping like Snicker bars or packs of cigarettes on your bed when you got there?
Nope. No. Hey, you know what's crazy? So hey, so let me clarify that for however many people are listening. Them fucking movies and the way they portray every time you see like even let's say SNL where they do little skits about an inmate in prison and then they always say that's his bitch, he's got to sell it, that's my bitch and all that. So I don't know where they get that because I've been here since 1993, homie, and I could tell you I've probably seen in the yard maybe 3 times at Chirujo, right? Maybe because I was level 4 my whole term, but that must happen maybe in different prisons in different states, or maybe level 1s or 2s, or certain prisons. But I've never seen it. Like Donovan, I heard there's a bunch of Hishis in Donovan, and I don't have nothing against whatever the fuck you want to be it, but don't be it with me. Like, don't, like, I mean, you're not going to drink from my fucking cup. So I'm not going to go kick with you. I'm going to respect you. I'm not going to call you out of your name. But yeah, I've never had the Snicker candy bar or nothing. But that's just hella funny hey, that they make that move, that they make that fucking,
that video,
that
that like,
little movie or whatever. Yeah, you seen it, huh? It's a
yeah,
big old buff dude talking about he came in the cell and there was a candy bar in the cell and he knew that it was gonna cost him, that he was gonna have to give up the booty. Or like, yeah, I think in a way they do it to scare. That's good. That's good to scare these youngsters from coming to prison. But I've never seen it.
hey, let me
Personally,
ask
I've
you,
never seen it.
are you familiar with CMC?
Yes. Yes.
So
CMC is another South prison like that.
what's the deal with
Like there's certain
with
prisons where they have them.
yeah, so what's the deal with? Because I don't fully understand, like why CMC
Okay.
is it would be a bad yard. I mean, because it's GP, but
Uh-huh.
if you end up in that or like
Uh-huh.
Jamestown, like if you end up in Jamestown,
Yeah.
it would be those
Yeah.
places. I mean, back in the days they weren't designated as SNY, they were GP, but if you
Uh-huh.
ended up in those yards.
Yeah.
If you didn't
You,
shake within whatever time you had to get off of it,
you had a grace
then
period.
yeah.
Yeah, you had a grace period. You had 30 days. Like Tehachapi. Tehachapi was another one. When you drive up to Tehachapi and you hit A yard or C yard, uh, you had I think actually it's A, B, and C. You had 30 days, homie, to get off that yard. And if you managed not to go past, to go past the 30 days, let's say 31, 32 days, and then you left that yard, that always was in the back of your head because you would go to other prisons and people will ask for your paperwork, and they call it your driver license, which is your 128G. 128G, 128G has everything on it. It has your well, nowadays they don't put it, but the original one has got your past history, your past arrest history, all your write-ups and all that shit. So a lot of them would say what yard you were at or how long you were at a certain prison. But most of the time it was people pulling your covers. So it was never really your paperwork, none. So people were getting stabbed up because other individual would drive up and say, hey, yeah, the homie was right there for fucking 3 months. If that homie had any kind of pull and he was fucking influential, he would get a homie hit over something that was not even for sure. But yeah, there was maybe at that time growing when I started my time, there was probably like 6 prisons that you couldn't go to, and if you were there past a certain amount of time, you were gonna get handled. They were gonna get a chequeada, and a lot of times the chequeadas will get out of hand. And chequeadas getting stabbed in the butt cheek or the arm, and they sometimes stab you in the vital area. But yeah,
Hey, let me ask
they
you.
still had them. They still have them now. Yeah.
So your paperwork is you said the 128G, right? How many pages? What was your
Uh-huh.
128G?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
So a 128G is usually 2 pages, right? It's changed over time. I got like one of the old school. This one is so old and brittle. I gotta go make. I got it encased in a plastic binder because it's that old. It's like putting a coin. You know how you get like dollars, a coin, and you laminate them
Yeah.
to keep them in good condition. Yeah, I got an old school one though, and every time they see that one, like, what the fuck? Where the hell did you get that at? And I'm like, man, I've been down since '93. That little paper right there is as old as I've been in here. They're like, damn. So every so often I go and Xerox copies, but little by little, it's starting to from copy to copy, it's starting to fade. So it just looks like a paper from the 1300s, from back to back before they even printed money. It's so old. But yeah, and they don't do that no more, dog. Like now, when they give you a 128G, because they know a lot of people are getting hurt, they don't give you like your past arrest history because a lot of people could be busted for a certain thing this time, but they did time for other shit in the past. So a lot of people getting away with stuff. But yeah, that's crazy though. It's funny that you mentioned that because now we have it in the tablet.
So
Anybody wants to look up anything is in a tablet.
okay. So I have
It's
two
in the
questions for
tablet.
you.
All
So
our info.
before when
Yeah.
the 128Gs were on paper, did you used to hoop it? And the second question would be,
Yeah.
since the 128G is in your tablet now, does that mean you have to hoop your tablet?
Fucker. hey, hey, trip out.
Yeah.
Hey, trip out.
Uh-huh.
Hey, trip out on this shit. What? So, hey, that was the normal, homie. Your 128. So, the original 128, the one I have, has everything, and you could fold it as small as maybe a half a double A battery. You know, the AA batteries, the AAA batteries?
Yeah.
About that big. And yeah, because a lot of times you would want to take, if you go into the hole and you're going to go do a pegada and you're going to stand somebody, you're going to go to the hole and you're going to take clavo, you're going to take everything, homie. You're going to take dove, you're going to take a lighter, you're going to take a sewing needle, you're going to take fucking sandpaper, you're going to take razor blades, you're going to take syringe needles, you're going to take everything they use back there, right? And along comes your 128G, and you got to have that, because when you drive up, you don't want nobody to doubt you, and boom, you can present it right away, and you got everything coming the same day. Because when you drive up, nobody gives you shit until they see your paperwork. So you'll get there, and you're only driving up with your shower shoes, and that's it. So, you know, you want to shower the next fucking morning, you want to fucking get fucking toothpaste, brush your grill and all that. So, yeah, they don't give you a little care package until after they see your paperwork, and sometimes that takes a week. That takes a week to get the paperwork. You get there on Monday, by Wednesday or Thursday, you go to committee, and they give you a fucking 128G, and that's how they go. But
Damn.
yeah, it's funny you said that, because I used to take it like that. I used to carry it like that, bro.
You used to carry in the prison suitcase?
I was on the bus. Yeah.
Damn. Hey,
You
so
know,
well,
yeah,
but let me ask you.
When I got on the bus.
Hey, so
Yeah,
what about if
crazy.
it was a bumpy ride? Would it be uncomfortable, or was it like nothing? Like you were just used to it, like, it's cool. It's just another day right here in prison.
Hey, homie. hey, I'm gonna tell you the hardest thing to do. The hardest thing to do is to work out, homie, with the fucking with the fierro in there. That's the hardest thing. When I was in the hall, we all had to take turns. We used to have to work out. We used to have to do burpees and we're doing these 2-hour workouts, homie. We're doing this fucking hard workouts like if we were a guerra. We weren't even fighting nobody. And I used to always ask, why are we fucking working out so hard, homie? And we're only getting like 20 minutes to play handball. Like I was always against it, but I couldn't say nothing. Like I wasn't really trying to start no shit or get in trouble. So there would be like in a hole, like there would be like, let's say like 10 fierros, right? And we all have to take turns. We all got to participate in holding them. So if it's your turn to hold them, you got a choice. You know, you can leave it in your house, hide it or whatever, but then you're going to get caught. You're going to get regulated if it gets busted. Not only are you going to get a write-up, you're also going to get touched up by the homie. Or you could just carry it in your ass and go work out with the fucking fierro in your ass. And that's just the hardest thing ever to do, homie. So imagine you be over there doing burpees and you got to feel like you take a dump, you know? So those are kind of things that I'm so glad I don't got to go through no more. That was an ugly feeling, homie. That was an ugly feeling.
So Fish Layer SoCal just stepped in, and he's blessing you with a 1999. So we're gonna have some money on your
in the house.
On your book, so you could go ahead and buy your little música, send out some messages, and whatever else you could do with that with that feria. So
yeah.
Huge shout out to Fish Layer for doing that.
Hey, Fish Layer, hey, un chingo de gracias, homie. Hey, I appreciate it big time, man. Like, it seems, I mean, I'm lost at work sometimes because I'm like, man, like the homie does that all the time, and you know what, dog? Like, there's not the proper words to say it, but just know, I'm pretty sure you could tell by my little stuttering. But yeah, it's I appreciate it big time, homie. It means so much because. I mean, man, I get, like I said, it's always an uncomfortable moment. Everybody that knows me knows that. Like, it's always an uncomfortable moment for me. But I appreciate it big time, homie. I really do. I send my shout out to everybody right there, too. To ICEMAN, too.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
We'll call it even Steven.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Hey, have you checked your P.O. box?
No, I haven't. As soon as I get back home, I'll check it out. I'll check it out on Sunday.
Okay, yeah. There should be something there right already. I did a badass, I constructed a couple of things. So you'll see. It's a little surprise, but I'm glad you finally got it, man. So I could send out some things that are like I trust nobody. Fool, these cops right here, sometimes they steal my shit. I did a badass drawing for Leti, and it took I took it maybe a month and a half for her to get it. And, it just beats the hell out of it. I'm trying to think, why would it take so long? That meant that it just sat up there in the office, and these cops was just sharing my drawings to these, they were just leaving.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
But yeah, homie, I'm glad you got that finally. So we should start putting some in that box.
Yeah, man. If whatever
Like us?
prison art you could get a hold of, and you could shoot it this way, send it so I could go ahead and start adding that to the
Yeah,
to the pictures. Instead of having pictures, we could sneak in some
yeah,
prison art and whatnot. Because
yeah,
and
yeah.
give credit, where
Exactly.
it's due. So or maybe you get some people that are interested in
Yeah,
seeing some of your
especially.
drawings and whatnot, and maybe
Yeah,
hit you up, and you get some action going like that.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know if everybody was the regular listeners were tapped in when I mentioned about my the walls, these prison, how I had all my car stocks on my desk all leaned up, and I think you remember, Angel. James, when I was telling you that I was kicking back and it was hella.
All right, so the call went ahead and got cut off. He should be calling us back shortly, and once he does, then we'll go ahead and continue. And then let me see. Fish Layer SoCal puts no more using the prison glove box. Man, I set up Javi for that one. Man, man, hey, you missed it. So earlier on, we were talking, and I don't know how the topic of cinnamon roll came up, but he dropped the cinnamon roll. Um, definitely had me laughing. And oh, there he is.
This call is now being
Este es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado en de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hey, Javi.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
apologies. I set you up for that with the whole driver license and the tablet and the prison wallet. But
It's all good.
este
It's all good.
este
Uh
fish layer fish layer
It's all
SoCal
good, T.
fish layer
Uh,
SoCal put no more
Come on,
using.
SoCal, your turn, homie, your turn. Come
He
on,
said
bring
he
it,
he
bring
wrote
it.
he wrote he wrote no more
Yeah.
using the prison glove box, no más.
The fucking glove compartment, huh? Hey, he couldn't have put that better than that, homie. Like, because we do put everything in gloves and put it up in we get a finger out of the glove and then we put it up there. Hey, boy, like, I'm going to tell you, homie, like, that'll fucking humble you quick. Like, man, I'm going to say, I was maybe like, 19? 19 years old when I first had to do that, bro. And man, it's like, like nothing's supposed to go up there. Everything's supposed to come out, but nothing in, right? And I'm gonna tell you, homie, that's the most awkward feeling ever. Gacho,
Damn.
gacho. Yeah, gacho, homie. Imagine. You ain't never done it, homie. So imagine, people that never done that. We're thinking, I'm gonna tell you, when I was going out to visit, and my carnala was bringing me stuff, right? And I was slanging, I was doing my little thing, right? And my my sisters would clown me because I would do it from the front. Like I would sit down, and I would hug her, and I would like, and she'd be like, like shut the fuck up, like don't even remind me of this shit. And yeah, and that's how I would bring back the fucking clavo, bro. And it was like, it was Mando. It's not like I had a choice. It was pretty much at the beginning of my time, and I think I told people my little ultimatum and my fucking what I agreed to do for certain people in the beginning, so that way I wouldn't have to resort to fucking being like having to do all the stabbings all the time. So I wanted to be like the dope man instead, So I was having to deal with that constantly, and that is like the ugliest feeling, fool. Like knowing that is the only safe space, safe spot to hide something. But once it was in there, you were 100% for sure you're not gonna get busted with nothing. So I guess that was the incentive, you know.
Hey, so
Exactly, homie.
Fisher
Yeah.
SoCal just put, no wonder everyone is limping in the yards when I watch it on TV. It all makes sense now.
Hey, nobody, hey, everybody thought it was a gangster stroll, and all along is a fucking little uncomfortable, the little butthole and shit, filled up with shit. So they got that little limp and shit, and everybody was thinking, damn, what's that, homie? That's a down ass homie. Look at the stroll. He leaning to the side, homie. That motherfucker leaning to the side because he's packed. But yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Man. Shh.
That's crazy that he say that, homie. But hey, those are real life. Those are real questions. That real shit that does happen, you know. And fuck, we're like, you know, I'm pretty. You know what? That now that we got this, now that we're on this topic, like I'm pretty sure a lot of these kids they don't know that. You know, a lot of these kids are out there fucking up, and they're fucking out there fucking, you know, getting into gangs and slanging dope and thinking that they look cool because, you know, they want to get the tattoos, they want to get the muscles, they want to fucking look gangster.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And you ask them, are you willing to put shit up your ass? You know, a lot of these kids, they ask them straight up, you know, and that should be something to fucking, you know, a repellent. Like, oh, hell no, yeah, like, I don't want to do that. Well, that's part of it. It comes with the territory. Like, you're going to have to do that. So if you want to be out here fucking up, if you want to be out here involved in gangs and selling drugs and all that, you're going to be putting shit up your ass and go to prison.
Hey,
No choice. You're going to have to either that or they're going to give them cantada.
so, but let me ask
Fast.
you something. Let me ask you, since we're on the topic right now of the, you know, the whole prison wallet or the prison trunk
Yeah.
or the keister, um,
Yeah.
what, like, how does that
Yeah.
conversation go? Like, you're 19 years old, you know, you're fresh, you know, you just get to wherever you know where you got to, and like, how does somebody break that down to you? Is it like in a group setting? Is it one on one? Like, do they have a glove ready for you? Like, what, you know,
Okay.
what was happening?
A lot of times they do. So, okay. So, you know, visual. Visual will always tell you by looking at somebody, you'll always tell you he's new. You know, mostly because of the age. The first thing you see, that fool's a youngster. You know, let's say you give him 23 years. He's 23 years old. Okay, we don't know he's been down 4 years. He's been down since he was 17. We don't know yet, but they're not gonna ask. They're just gonna give him. They're gonna give him. When you drive up, they give you the bylaws. They give you the reglas to that prison. They tell you what's up. They tell you if we gotta be on our toes of certain races or whatever. So you get the reglas, right? And then they tell you, look, this is a fierro. This fierro, we rotate it every 3 weeks. It's your turn today. You just got here. It so happened to be that it was that cell's turn. But it's not true. Half the time they just make that shit up. But because the homie that just left that cell, it was his turn, so we go by the cell. If you're with the program, that you know we all participate. We all partake in a little thing. You know, we all look out for one another. So that's how it is. Yeah, they give you something. It's already packed. It's already on the glove. And fuck, and you're looking at this shit. And you never put shit up there, and you got to think about it. Like, man, I'm not gonna do that shit. And I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. I never did it. Like when I got there, like I took that shit, cheeked in my ass 2 yards like 3 times, and they swore up and down. I had it up into my ass. I never put up my ass. Like the first time I was told to do that, I didn't do it. I said, fuck that. I'd rather get caught with this shit, but I did take it. I kind of taped it in between my butt cheeks with some tape. And by the grace of God, it stayed there, bro, because I was so scared because they make you, when you come out on your boxers and they make you open your legs to pat you down. And it felt like that motherfucker was going to slide off. But yeah, like the first 2-3 times, I went against the grain. I didn't want to put it in my head. Like, I'm not going to do that shit. Fuck that. You know, so yeah, that's how it is, bro. Like, they don't ask you. You have to.
And
You
Iceman is
come out
at
with ideas.
Iceman. He has a question. He wants to know, um, are
Yeah.
certain homies known for having a larger glove box than others? Like, what's the biggest record of anybody in the history of CDCR? What's the biggest clavo they were able to,
I
you know?
got it. I'm going to tell you. And this is going to fucking mess people up. Ostrich egg, homie. Remember the word ostrich egg. So there was a homie from SGV, little light-skinned dude. I'm not going to throw his name out there. but he was from SGV. And I was with him in Salinas. He was my celly. That fool would go out to visit, right? And he would come back from visit, and he'll sit and tell you, he was a skinny-ass motherfucker. Like, how the fuck you put that shit up there? I don't know. But he would go out there, he'd go out to come back from the visit, and boom, he'll fucking pop that shit out. And that shit was like the size, almost like the size of an ostrich egg. And every time he'll get it, he'll wash it, and he'll throw it under because there'll be a curtain, right? He'll pull the curtain so I don't see him on the other side of the curtain. And he'll fucking get the shit out. And then he'll pop that out, and he'll wash it. He'll take off the first 2 gloves or the first 2 balloons. Then he'll hand it to me under the curtain, and I would just see it. It'll be in the bunk. And I'm like, all right, cool. And I would just push it under the bunk, and I wouldn't even want to smell it. Like, I'm not gonna smell. Like, I'm cool. But I would always tell him, like, how the fuck did you get that shit up in there? First, it's round, homie. You know, I could see. Something I gotta go out there for to make it easy. It's gotta be pointy and from thin to thick, right? So this shit was round, homie. And how he did it, I don't know. But I think it was him. I think it was him, bro. It was almost the size of an ostrich egg. The fool, he was bringing in like a 1/4 pound at a time. I was like, damn. But yeah. And I'm pretty sure everybody that knows, they know him. It's him. I never seen that in my life. But how he did it, I don't know. Crazy.
Hopefully he wasn't going raw, dog.
Woo! Hey, how'd he do it, bro? Like, you would think you'll slip from side to side. Like, you couldn't even hammer that shit in me with the hammer. Like, you're not gonna put that shit. So how he did it, I don't know, bro. But he did it. He did it, and he was vicious. He was a master. He was like, what's that fucking famous magician? What's his name? El pinche da famoso used to disappear and fucking used to escape.
Houdini?
What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Houdini or
Houdini, yeah.
yeah.
He used to Houdini this shit. Houdini. That fool used to Houdini that motherfucking things all up in there like nothing. They used to make a circle. He used to tell me how he used to go do it in the visit. They used to go make a visit. They used to go make a circle in the visit, and he used to get right in the middle of the circle while everybody's just talking in a circle. And he used to squat down in front of everybody and pop that shit in there. I'm like, fuck. Hey, homie, like, here I was, like, with something 10 times smaller than that, and it would take me, like, half an hour to get that motherfucker in there. How he did that, I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, fool, like, this shit's real life shit. It really does happen. And so, like, hopefully these kids that hear that, or mom or parents that are listening to this, could hand that down and tell their kids, like, are you going to want to get in trouble? You want to keep fucking up? You're going to be putting shit up your ass. See how you like that? Unless you're gay, you know, unless they like the shit. But yeah, it's all bad, fool. Like those, it's funny. I don't know how we got into this conversation, the topic, but that was one. I could say the most uncomfortable thing ever for me in prison. That.
You know what? You know what happened was
That
you
right
mentioned the paperwork, the driver license, and the 128G, and that shit. You know,
there. Yeah.
that shit like it just sparked that thought in my mind. I was like, oh shit, okay, all right, this is because we never I don't think we've ever touched on this before, you know, with paperwork and if you
We
were
never have.
yeah,
But
so yeah, I was
it's good we
definitely.
did. So you know, yeah, people are informed and they can scare the shit.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And another,
You know what I consider us, James?
what?
I consider us the resistance. We're the resistance. Like back in fucking what's that name of the movie? Fucking the fucking what was it? Total Recall or one of the movies where you know we're all trying to fucking help our youngsters that are coming after us to try to avoid this life, homie. So therefore, we're willing to shit and be like brutally honest about everything, so they can know what we experienced and what we went through, so they don't fucking have to experience that. Because it's a lot of embarrassment, a lot of embarrassing moments. I mean, a lot of uncomfortable things, a lot of fucking sadness, a lot of regrets, a lot of fucking dumb choices. And so, yeah, and I told you from the beginning, that's the main reason why I was doing this, because, you know, I've gone through my whole life already, 30 years in here and 20 years out there, and I want to make sure I leave something, I do something positive, and I consider this positive, you know. even though I have to be honest about certain things that I'm uncomfortable, doing or saying. To me, it's worth it.
And previous you going to prison, were you aware that things like that were going on as far as using that wallet of yours, or were you totally oblivious, or maybe
Yeah,
you've heard
yeah,
about it but you didn't believe it?
yeah. No, I was aware. Like I had already done a couple camp. A couple times. I had already been in camp. I had already introduced dope back in when I did like county camp in San Diego, and a couple of times my homegirl would bring me fucking like a clavo, and that's how I was bringing it in. But it was tiny compared to the things that I started doing once I started doing level 4 time. You start doing level 4 time, it shit gets serious. You got to carry fucking fierros up there. You got to carry razor blades up there. You got to carry fucking hot kites. You're carrying a fucking hit list from fucking bus to bus, from prison to prison, until you get it to the person until you get it to the right hand. So there's times you're stuck with that fucking, at least for like 3 or 4 years until you continue to travel until they tell you, hey, pass it to this individual. He's gonna.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
So you're constantly putting something up there, especially when they will give you one of those. A hot lista is to be carried at all times and to be given to the right individual when the person drove up. And that's what I mean by there was times when you had no choice, and that was your life right there. That little capsule, it was a capsule with like 40 names on it, and that was your lifeline. If you lost that fucking kite and you got somebody in trouble, you were done. Yeah, and I'm glad I don't gotta go through that shit no more.
Man.
Woo, I'm so glad.
Hey, how many names was
I'm
on that
so glad.
list?
I got sometimes 40. Sometimes I seen one with 40 of them, and I remember when one of them was like there was names in there of people I know and that I fucking care for so much. Like they were like I consider them like my perrillos, my homies, right? And I couldn't.
All right, so we went ahead and like always, we hit that 15-minute mark. He should be calling us back shortly, and I'm gonna double check with him to check if he has anything coming up. But today, from what he was saying earlier on, they were doing some type of training exercises, and I don't know if he said like every third third Friday of the month or something. I don't know. There's all kinds of days. I know sometimes there's like every first Monday of the month they got to do trainings and whatnot. So for today, pretty much everybody was gonna be on their cells today.
This call is now
Este es
being
Global
recorded.
Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, homie. Hey, I got winded telling that fucking story out right there. Like that one right there. Like I'm surprised we barely touching base on that one. But that was like, I forgot all about that part. That part. That's a real part, homie. Like that's a vicious part, homie. Like, hey, you know that there was people begging to get that certain kite because if you carry that kite with you, if you were using drugs, you were always getting looked out for. So like, if I would drive up to a certain prison, and a homie would tell me, "Hey, fool, you got that one from the homie?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Hey, are you tired of it?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he would want to take over because if I would get a kite saying, "Hey, pass it to certain individual," he's gonna, such and such, make sure it's him, make sure he got it, and he's gonna take over. Then that fool would start being looked out for big, like bitch, like, and a lot of fools would do it for that motive, and that's not the right motive. That's not the right thing to do, like, because you get lost into getting high, you get constipated, you could accidentally flush it, you could accidentally use it. So I will always tell the homies, like, hey, fool, I know why you want it. I know why you want to take over, And let me tell you, let me give you a heads up. You do not want to do that, bro. You don't want this. I'm like, yeah, I do, homie. I already asked him. So sometimes, yeah, I would pass it on. As long as I got the green light to give it to him, I would give it to the homie. But isn't that sad? Like, that's a sad thing, homie. Like, dudes that are willing to fucking put their life on the line to hold that little kite just so they can get high for free. It's crazy. Crazy.
Hey, so what were you getting out of it since
Crazy.
when you were holding it?
I was just pretty much, showing my loyalty, I was.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Don't forget, throughout the whole time, they wanted me to do other things that I didn't want to. So we all have to participate in one form or another, right?
Yeah.
So I would always look for the nonviolent. I always look for nonviolent ways for me to participate in the causa. Like I always look for, okay, I'll bring in dough. Okay, I'll hold this. But I never wanted to do the actual pegadas. I didn't want to be the one stabbing people. I didn't want to go on missions. I didn't want to be a fucking torpedo. That's what they call them, torpedo. So I would look to do other favors so I could therefore be on the good list. Like, yeah, Javi, he's putting in work. How? He's been doing this. He's been doing that. Okay, human, And so every so often you would have to be called upon to fucking hit somebody. Like when I had to hit my own homie. Like that one I couldn't avoid. But yeah, so I was constantly looking for acceptance in different ways, homie. But yeah, a lot of people do that. And like I said, different motives. There's dudes that are already in, and they're already on the list. There's dudes that were holding the lista that were on the lista. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And they didn't even know that in that lista, their name was in that lista. Ain't that some crazy ass shit? Because the way they seal it is like you won't dare open it a certain way that will seal it, right? If you open it, they knew you tampered with it, and you're done. So there was dudes that were hold the lista that were in that lista. That's a trip. I remember, man, I was like, what the fuck? They got him holding the lista, and his own hit list. He's got his own hit in his butt right now. Like he don't even know. But yeah, it's real shit, homie. It's a real game, It's shit's real. Shit's fucking real.
Yeah, I
Crazy,
mean,
huh?
shit. Yeah, I mean, you go into situations and you don't think about the repercussions and the consequences and the things you have to go through or the things that you have to put your family, your loved ones through, right?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I mean. See, this is the kind of questions and the kind of response that I like that you give me, James. And that's what I told you, like on private phone calls, out of not doing the podcast. The questions you ask, you're getting better at it, homie. And you're interacting, and you're starting to sound like somebody that was in here with me, and you're learning. And when you do it this way, when you ask questions, I think it's a little better because it kind of it gives. Not only does it give me a breather, and because there's a lot of times when I'm a little nervous, it just doesn't really come out, I guess. But like at the same time, I'm not trying to like make it too much of a space where it's too like a little too quiet for too long. For in case people that are just tapping in, they get to catch certain things, and we could bring more people in to tap in and know that this is the real deal. I remember Biddy telling me that she listened to other shows. Biddy K is one of the listeners, and that she says that this one's the only one that touches like real life, real change on an inmate. That a lot of fools down us. They're like, oh yeah, he's on a non-active yard, he's on a non-designated yard, he's a fucking peseta, he's a piece of shit. But come on, homie, like we're talking about there's fucking ex-homies in here. There's fucking dudes that fucking went through the gutter. There's fools that fucking straight killers in here. We're not fucking garbage, homie. A lot of us are just changing. A lot of us are just fucking coming to terms, and we're walking a different path, and we're on a redemption road, and we're not fucking bringing nobody down with us. We're not talking shit about. I respect everybody's what they're doing right now, and what they did on the past. To each his own. So I'm not necessarily always talking, and I'm pretty sure that you guys know I don't talk shit about nobody. I just like to be real. Like, you know what? I got tired of it. I didn't want to do it no more. I want to see my mom. I want to see my dad before they pass. So therefore, I need to get out, and therefore, I need to give all this up. I gotta stop doing all those things so I can get what I want and get to where I want to go and where I want to be.
And
And
you,
no,
yeah, no, and that's one of the things I wanted to share, because I mean, if you get old, if you get older and you change the way you think, and you don't want to be involved in the same things that you were doing when you were 15, 16, or 17 years old, why, for
yeah,
me, it's like, what's the big deal? Like, if you want to walk away, then just walk away, and it is what it is. But
yeah.
in the main line, obviously, there's no way out. I mean, let me ask you, like, how are when homies, they go cristiano, how's that looked
Yeah.
upon, because
Okay.
are they still required to, participate, with other functions and whatnot, or how are they viewed?
Okay. Okay. So okay, when they do the religious road, when they choose that path, they are very fucking. They're under the scope, homie. Everybody's watching you. Everybody's waiting for you to. Everybody's trying to catch you looking at fucking porn. Everybody's trying to catch you fucking cussing too much. Everybody's trying to catch you fucking just being fake with it so they could take it to you. So they allow you. I go, all right, you want to go down that road? Okay. You're going to do it 100%, homie. If you slip the slightest slight, yeah, you're going to get got. So yeah, they allow them. If you come to prison and you choose, you know what? As long as your paperwork checks out, of course, right? You can't come to prison and be busted for a rape or something and say, oh, I'm going to take the religious road, so I'm going to go to church every day. They're still going to find out what you busted for, and you're still going to get handled. But if you're a homie that pretty much did see, like, had a rude awakening one day and seen or heard, maybe he seen his dad in a cell and spoke to him, how some people, they say they witness certain things or they see certain things. And they allow you. They're like, go ahead, homie, give me it. But you don't necessarily gotta fucking do like the drug passing dope, passing syringes and all that. But on a riot, best believe you better jump. So yeah. So as long as you're there for the raza when it kicks off against any other race, you're good. You're good. You're allowed. You're allowed to do your little religious road, and you got to keep it real. You can't slip off. So if they catch you, I had a celly one time when I first got busted. I woke up in the middle of the night, and he was looking at a Hustler magazine, and he was a straight Cristiano, hardcore, and I was knocked out on the top bunk, and I glanced down to the bottom, and he was on a desk looking at a fucking a Hustler. And fuck, fool, I had to keep that to myself because I didn't want that fool hurt. So I told him the next day, I go, hey, bro, like, damn, like, don't worry about me, but you got to be careful, like, but we can't be sellies, you know. Yeah, and we ended up, I couldn't be with him, because he was faking the pump. Like, oh yeah, he's gonna be me having to deal with this fool. I'm good, I'm straight, but yeah, that's how that is, bro. Like, it's all right, you could do it.
And when you say that you would have to deal with this
There's
dude, exactly what does that mean? What does that mean?
So if I okay, so I'm gonna tell you like this. If you're the one to point something out on somebody, like you say, oh yeah, the homie's a rata, then you have to deal with it. Unless you got some kind of juice or some kind of pull, or you're influential, or your brother, your cousins, they're related to somebody on top, then you don't gotta do shit. But if you're just a regular Joe, a gang member from fucking San Diego, like me or whatever, and I say, hey, the homie right here, he was told on a homie back in camp and juvenile or whatever, and they check it out how serious it is or whatever, and then you got to deal with it. If you're the one that know about it, then you got to deal with it. You got to go stab him. If anytime a snitch necessarily always gets stabbed. He will always get stabbed. They would try to kill you. That's a killing offense. But like they usually do investigating. Like, okay, let's make sure. A lot of times they don't. People jump the gun. If you got somebody hating on you, the pencil whooping on you, they don't like you right away. Fool, they'll jump the gun. You know how many times a lot of homies got stabbed, and later they found out like, oh fuck, they weren't even supposed to stab him. It was supposed to be Chiquilla. It wasn't him. It was his brother, or it was the other homie from the hood. So they don't always get it right, bro. But they rather take the chances. They'll take the chances and they'll worry about it. They'd rather get it wrong than take the chances of, other shit happening. But it's real shit. Crazy, huh?
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
Thinking about it.
And you know how you were talking about it earlier on, that you like, coming on this platform, and that that I want you guys to share these real stories, because I think it's been
Uh-huh.
going on so long that people, at a certain age, they don't know what they're signing up for. And by the time they figure out what they did
Exactly.
sign up for, you got a life sentence, or you got a long stretch,
Uh-huh.
and then you decide to
Uh-huh.
walk away at that point,
Yeah.
and then it's it, like the people that used to mess with on the street, they're no longer gonna, associate with you, because you're gonna be ostracized.
Ex-
So
exactly. So it is not worth it. It is not worth you, for those that got kids, I'm pretty sure right now people that are tapping in are older people. Kids usually tend to want to go through like fucking maybe porn or music or other fucking funny videos or whatever. I kind of see this kind of platform mostly for people that are pretty much had a past, did time before, or have family members that have done time, or have people that are in prison right now, and so it kind of gets their attention. Like, you know what? Let me check out this fucking channel right here. Let me see what they're talking about. So a lot of us we relate, in different ways and forms. And so like people make mistakes, homie. But if we could leave some kind of or give a kid or a mom or a dad advice to give their kids, that to me is winning. That to me is winning. That to me is part of my recovery. It's part of my change. It's part of my rehabilitation. I want to do something good before I pass. We're just passing through. Nobody lives forever. So that's what.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I think that helps a lot when you think about it like that. Like, man, I'm not going to be alive forever. Let me try to be good as possible, right? And you want to hand that down. But yeah, good questions, James. Hey, homie, you're getting down. You're getting down on this one. I noticed you got.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
You're able to reach in and tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, hold on, let me ask you this, and I like that. I like that.
And you know what
Good
the
stuff.
with the thing with that is I can't get any worse. I can't go backwards. I could only go
Uh-huh.
forward. So, with speaking and asking questions and having these conversations, it's becoming easier. So
Uh-huh.
I have to make progress. I can't stay at the same, like 5, 6 months ago. I gotta make some type of progress
Yeah, yeah,
in the things that I'm doing. So it's only natural,
yeah.
progression.
You, for sure, for sure. And you're doing good, bro. A lot of people have told me. So when I tell you, this is on behalf of other people that have told me, like, man, that fool's getting better. He's good. He's getting good at it. And that's how you become. That's how you get out there. That's how you get the listeners. That's how you get people to really make it a movement. Like, hey, you know what? This is part of the whole judicial change.
All right, and you know what? I appreciate that feedback from Javier, and right now he should be calling us back. I told him I was going to get the jitterbug because some of the viewers were complaining that he wasn't dialing back fast enough, but he's definitely picking up uh, picking up the pace, and I'm gonna go ahead and give him some carrilla right now when he calls back, and have a good laugh about it. And so for now, this upcoming call right now, when we reconnect, we'll probably do one more.
This call is
Esta
now
es
being
Global
recorded.
Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Hello.
All
Yeah.
right.
Man, we're going, huh? We
Yeah.
went on this one, huh?
So
Whoa. But yeah, it was. We needed it. We needed it, homie. Go
so
ahead. Go
so
ahead.
what I was gonna tell you
Send 'em.
was so right now like when I was waiting for you to call back, I was telling the audience that I had mentioned to you
Uh-huh.
some time back that some of the listeners were complaining because you weren't dialing back fast enough. So that I told you I was gonna go ahead and get you
Ah, got it, huh?
get you the jitterbug.
I got it, huh? I'm getting
Oh man,
better,
now you
huh?
got
Yeah,
good, man. You're
that's
calling back
right.
fast. You're calling back lightning fast. Before I would have to be waiting. Yeah, I would have to be waiting around. But now, man, you definitely picked up the pace. Javi got it. He's
I
getting it
got it,
down.
homie.
Yeah, he's getting them Twitter fingers ready for the release for his release
Yeah.
date.
Hey, abuelita de Batman, abuelita de Batman, homie. So that's what it is, homie. Like I didn't know that when you dial, what it says, dial your 8-digit, your ID, your 8 numbers from your ID, right?
Yeah,
I didn't know that I had to, that I could just go ahead and dial my 4 pin right after. I thought I had to wait for her to say dial your 4-digit pin at the tone. So I would a lot of times I would wait right when it says at the beep, and I would dial it. But no, so now when I'm dialing it, after I put the ID number, I put the 4-digit pin, the password.
yeah.
So there's four more numbers. So I wait about half a second. I add that on there. So yeah. So yeah, I didn't know that. I wish somebody would have told me. I would have been fast, So I didn't want the call to drop. But yeah, homie, I'm glad you noticed that. I was waiting, like, when's he gonna say something? Like I was trying to go faster and faster. I go, he didn't say nothing yet. Bam, got it. I
There it
got
is.
exactly the reaction I wanted, homie. But yeah, it's good, homie. It's good, and everything. Look at the phone's working. This is lovely, bro. Like we got not one time did it fuck up. Not one time did get cut off. And this is just a perfect fucking ingredients for a good one. Everything's good. Everything's going good. And so yeah, like I always ask myself, James, like, how do I talk so damn much? Like, look at the time. Look at the time, dog. Like, what time did I start? I started like at 1, no, or 1:30. I mean, that's what just tells me that we're staying on topics that kind of matter apparently because the time, anytime the time's going by too fast, that means that we're paying attention and we're having fun. Okay, no? Isn't that what they say?
That's right.
Time
That's
you're
right.
having fun, the time just flies by. Yeah, and so yeah, at least I didn't get you. I didn't get you to yawn. And I know you're tired. I know you got up early, fool. And fuck, fool. Like we needed this. We were behind. I remember I kept leaving messages on the thought of the day. That was important for me to let everybody know. Look, everything's messed up right now. Things are gonna get better. Hang in there. We're gonna get back on topic. Or I'm gonna get back into my story. I was in 2019, I think, in Kern Valley, and I think I had just came back from the hospital and all that. So yeah, there's more to that, and there's some things that I missed in the past, and so. But man, hey, kudos to you, Pinchy Jaime. Like you did that, homie. You're doing good, bro. Like I like the little setup. You know what I was thinking for the front of the view,
Yeah.
for the screenshot while you're doing the podcast?
Mhm.
Start putting a bunch of people's drawings right there, right next to the phone. So that's what I'm already doing. I'm already telling fools. I go, look at homie, hook up a drawing. It'll be posted right there while they're doing the podcast. There'll be your drawing right there, and at the same time, people see your artwork. So yeah, a lot of dudes are interesting. So hopefully, I know I got 4 dudes already in, and I'm waiting for them to finish. So it's gonna go to your PO box.
Okay.
So little
Hey.
by little, everybody's. It's just them getting comfortable and really understanding that it's for a good cause. It's, it's for them and it's for us, because you get to fill up the wall with some badass drawings, and that's important. And anybody could do a drawing, homie. It don't have to be the very best, but something decent. It's a piece of somebody that's gonna be out there exposed to the world. Something that we created.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
Sure, I gotta
Absolutely.
fix my lap. I gotta fix my lamp today, homie. I got I told you I got these little LED. Oh, I didn't tell you. I put LED lights on my glasses, homie. So yeah, so it's like having fucking like straight focus on the front of a car, like straight fucking light bulbs in front of my car, in front of my glasses. So I could put, I could make it so bright so when Nahura comes by and with his flashlight, he always puts a flashlight when he can't see me breathing. He likes to mess with the flashlight on my face and he wakes.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, so he came around doing his night count, and I flashed on my fucking LED lights hella bright, and he was waving his hand to the side, and I was waving my hand, and then he flashed his light brighter, and then I did mine brighter, and he's like, what the fuck, come here. And I walked up there, and I showed him my glasses. He's like, what the fuck? He goes, that light is coming from them little things. I said, yeah. He's like, how you did that? I said, I took them from the screen, from the TV. All the TVs got like the 13-inch TV's got like about 50 LED lights, and they're tiny, fool. They're tiny. They're probably like 2 centimeters big, each one of them. But the light they shoot is enormous, homie. It shoots a lot of light. But yeah, so I gotta fix up my little lamp. I gotta put my little light so I can continue with my artwork. Because if I don't have the lighting, I can't draw, bro. Because I'm half blind, so I gotta have that much light. But for sure, I'm gonna put my music. Hey, thank you again, Fish Slayer SoCal, because that means I could buy my music right now. I didn't buy my music with the last money I got, because I needed to get some fucking envelopes and some pins and stuff. So I didn't buy the music this time around. But for sure, after we're done here, I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna buy the music and I'm gonna get the drawing on me, because you can't draw without music, dog. You can't. But for sure, hey, thank you again, Fish Slayer, and ICEMAN, everybody. What's up with Marlene and Regina? All them, they tapped in, or they working? They at work, huh?
I haven't seen them, but yeah, they normally tap in a little bit later. Hopefully, they're able to catch this on the
Yeah,
rebound. But today, we got that.
yeah,
I think I'm not sure. You know what? Like, cause right now the time zone I'm at right now it's 4:33, and I think so.
yeah,
It's a 1 hour time difference right now between here and LA. So I put the video to
yeah,
drop. I just changed it, and it's gonna be dropping at 5. But I'm
yeah,
not sure if it's gonna be 5 o'clock my time or 5 o'clock, LA
yeah,
time, Pacific time,
yeah,
or whatever time zone I'm currently in right now.
yeah.
But if it'll either be at 5, which is my zone, or I don't know. It'll be either in the next 30 minutes that the video's dropping, or in the next hour and a half.
Okay.
One or the other. I'm not I'm
Yeah,
not sure, but
I'm gonna check it out. Hey, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out when it drops. I'm gonna be the first one to check it out.
that's right. That's right.
Ah! You're like, how the fuck? How? Ha, ha, ha. Hey, say no more, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hell no, I would never. Fuck no. I promised my mom I would never get a fucking phone again. Like, I got two writers for a fucking phone for I did. Like, my first one was like about 8 years ago, and my
Yeah.
last one was like about 2 years ago. And let me tell you, it's not worth it, homie. But yeah, I didn't even know they were around because that's how much outside Toluca I am. Like I don't get involved in none of that shit. And then they came and raided, and they found I told you, huh, that they found a gang
We're
of
good.
Fresnos. They found a gang of them. Yeah, found a gang of them. What's your daughter doing? What's she doing?
They just came right now. My wife and my daughter just came. Yeah.
Okay, is she better? Is she happy? Is she not hurting no more?
She's running around.
Okay, my boy. Hey,
Hey, she's running around, and my lady's
yeah.
loading her up right now with some M&Ms.
Oh shit! You know what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
Hola, hola,
yeah.
hola.
She's getting
The
hyped
red
up right now.
pandas. Hey, tell her if she wanna go see the red pandas. Hell yeah, man. Hey, she's already kicking you, huh? She's wrestling all over you already.
She's about to
That's
attack me, man. I
beautiful,
had to close
bro.
the
You're
door on her.
lucky, huh? You're lucky, bro. You're lucky. Enjoy that, homie. Uh, hey, from what I see, you and your wife and your girl, you guys having like such a beautiful life. You guys are always, you guys are staying active. You guys are going places. You guys are, the love, man. I'm telling you, James, you got you a wife for life. Like that's your life right there, homie. And I know there's always going to be times like, there's always in every single kind of relationship, there's always, bad days, but I don't never see you guys having bad days. I see you guys nothing but happy, and I'm sure, I'm sure you agree with me. You got it good, my boy, and enjoy it. You deserve it. You, your wife, your daughter, man, it's a perfect team. It's dear, you guys. I wish you had a boy though, man. I wish you had another kid, but like, damn, homie,
I'm
I
good.
wish you
I'm good.
did, fool.
I'm
I
good.
wish
I'm
you
good
did.
with a bunch of girls. I'm
Yeah,
not as long as they're healthy, that's all I really
yeah,
cared about. But you know what? Like
yeah,
talking to you
yeah,
guys, it always puts my life in perspective, because my life definitely could have been, it could
yeah,
have definitely gone a different route. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, I didn't end up
yeah,
making those choices that led me to those places where you guys ended up. But at one point in my life,
yeah,
I was definitely heading that way. I
yeah. You went,
went through
yeah,
the
you were.
halls, went through
Yeah,
camp, eventually heading
yeah,
over to the LA County jail system. But luckily I snapped out of it, and I realized that it wasn't for me, and I wasn't
yeah,
cut out for for that type of life. Being down
yeah,
for years, and
yeah,
putting my family through these things. So, but now
yeah.
I'm able to even reflect on it now.
You mentioned, yeah,
Just
yeah,
um, it just cemented that I made the right decision. By walking
yeah.
away, and
Of course,
changing my life.
of course, man. You don't. Of course, bro. And I live, but whether look at you, yeah, I know it's your family, but I'm living part of that, because I get to call in. I think I'm probably the only one that really gets in there and gets all involved with your person.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Hey, you fucking make me laugh. You come out with good ass ideas, and so far, food. Like I said, like I have no one to talk to, and you've given me that. I call you. I call Biddy K. Sometimes I'll call Letty. I haven't been calling Letty because she's been doing. She works like 4 years out of the. I mean, 4 months out of the year. So she does the tax return. So she's been so busy. But yeah, that's my outlet, homie. Like whenever I'm fucking lonely and down, like I'll dial you, or I'll text you, and you've always been there, homie, and I appreciate it big time. Same thing with Iceman. Like Iceman, like he sends me cool ass fucking long texts on me, and whenever. Oh, and by the way, while I'm on here, just so you know, Ice, whenever you send me a text and it looks like I'm taking forever to respond, is just know that as soon as I got it, I try to respond, but the tablets were not giving me. They were not letting me play. So anytime that I'm late on the response, it's because of that. But I'll stay connected. I'm quick to respond, and I appreciate everybody. You, James, everybody. I'm a different person because of this. I used to be real reserved, real quiet, more timid. I wouldn't talk to somebody. I wasn't really doing much groups. And this has helped me come out, and talk and voice my opinions about things and address certain issues. And for sure, this helped me big time, Don. I appreciate it.
I got you. I got you. And then, man,
What do you?
and I'm glad my boy right there, El Presidente, he sent your info over, and you definitely
Yeah,
been a good addition to the collect call, familia over here.
yeah,
And man, I can't
yeah,
wait, with all the ideas, I got coming up. And then, today, well, we're able to, showcase, the little trip around the zoo and whatnot. And
yeah.
hopefully we get some good
Yeah.
feedback. If not, then back to the drawing board. And shit, I guess we might need to go to
Le queda un
Antarctica.
restante de 60 segundos.
We might have to go down to
Yeah, for
Antarctica,
sure, man.
to get like some real polar bears in the wild.
No, it's good, my boy. Hey, it's good. It's good. Hey, and you know what? Right now, when you mentioned Presidente, right? I'll never forget the day, right? Because I was right there irony. Because I told him I saw your clothes. Like he was hooking up his. No, I was hooking up his pants for visiting, right? A tailor shop. Like I was hooking them on. I was on, and he's like, hey, I was talking and talking, and he was staring at me, and I was like, why is this fool staring at me like that? He goes, you know what, fucking hobby? He goes, hey, fool. I like how fool, you got a story, homie. I like how you fucking like while you're talking to me, I could already picture, I could see everything. He goes, hey, I want you to try this. And like, what? He goes, I want to call my homeboy. My homeboy's gonna hit you up, and he's doing like an interview, like a podcast. And pretty much you're gonna be able to tell your little life story from the minute from
All right, so the call got disconnected. Javi's gonna go ahead and give us a call back, and then we'll go ahead and continue. Man, we just hit the 2 hour mark 8 minutes ago. Definitely, these phone calls. When I'm on them, time just flies by. I'm definitely engaged in listening to these conversations, and it's funny because prior to me starting this channel, it's like, all right, let's see. I'm lost right here.
This call is now being
Esta es
recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un individuo encarcelado de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Telling.
Hello.
hey, yeah, la despedida.
Oh,
But
so
yeah, yeah. Go
so
ahead.
yeah. So this will
Go
be
handle.
this will be the last one. We'll run these last 15, and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
But hey, before all of that, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Fish Layer SoCal again, and he went ahead and dropped another 1999. So you're gonna be having 40 smackaroonies
Damn.
coming your way.
Fuck. Hey, SoCal, man. Serio, homie. Hey, chingo de gracias. Like, fuck, I could say it over and over again. I mean it, man. Like, that's coming from deep down under, man. Like, straight from the Cora. Like, chingo de gracias. Humbly appreciate that big time.
Hey,
It just
Javi.
says that's probably the kind of person you are, I really do appreciate it. Yeah.
Hey,
What's up, bro?
he's setting you up. This is
Uh,
the 2024. This is the new Snicker bar trick.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. Hey, I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure I don't parole to California, huh? I'm
Oh
gonna get
man.
deported for sure.
Hey, Javi,
Yeah,
and
catch me if you can. Yeah,
hey, you're gonna have
yeah,
double trouble now because IceMan
man.
just dropped 20, so that's 60, and man, that's how much that's in prison
Oh
Snicker
man.
bars, and man, hey, hey,
Oh my
be super
God,
trucha.
bro. Oh, hell yeah. Hey, I am going to buy me candy bars now. I ain't lying. I swear. Hey, 100% guaranteed I am going to buy them. I ain't had candy like that. But yeah, hey, they got these bomb ass fucking things called Chico Sticks. I think Chico Sticks, something like that. And they got the Tootsies, the little miniature Tootsie Rolls, and there's no limit. And man, I love mixing those with creamer. Like I melt them. I'll melt down the Tootsie Rolls, and then I'll melt the creamer. I'll put a little. No, I don't melt the creamer. I kind of mix it with the creamer, and it becomes like big old chunks of chocolate. Fat ass, huh? But yeah.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Man, thank you, man. Wow. Imagine that. Hey, James.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on vacations too, huh? It's like I went to my vacation. My birthday's coming early too, 'cause my birthday is May 10th. So, hey, I take that for the man. Serio, homie. I'm gonna hook me up some bomb ass. I'm gonna make some bomb ass fucking desserts with that. I was thinking about it too, 'cause they started selling the cocoa powder right here like that. Like they sell the cocoa without the sugar, but man, you can make some bomb ass chocolate with that. Man, that's something. Man, homie.
That's right. Yeah, so and as a matter of fact, right now that you were talking, I went ahead and shot it to you because if not, then sometimes I'll forget and it delays me. So I just hit send.
Yeah.
So hopefully you'll have that your
Damn.
prison in
Gracias,
your
man.
prison your prison virtual wallet and
Hey, homie. Hey, look. Hey, trip out. So, yeah, I'm glad we touched this topic because this is these are the kind of things that people are not informed in the streets. Like nobody ever told me when I was out there stealing cars. I was a little kid. I was always stealing cars. I used to love driving cars like if they were mine. I never necessarily stole them to break them or to steal the stereo. I used to just feel like they were my cars, and I used to drive up to the school and I used to act like I was rich, like that was my fucking car. And I remember all the little girls right there from the hood, like from that little, because it was in a rich area that I used to go to school. They really thought that was my car or my mom's car or. And I used to drive in a different car all the time. So, like, nobody ever told me, hey, you keep stealing cars, you're going to end up fucking putting shit up your ass when you go to prison. Nobody told me that shit. I'm pretty sure, man, that would have gave me, like, something to think about, If somebody would have came up to me, hey, man, hey, little kid, stop stealing these fucking cars. You're going down a path where you're going to end up in prison. You're going to end up doing time in prison, and you're going to end up putting shit up your ass, Nobody ever said that. So, saying this, I think I might help a bunch of people that are listening and or parents, like I said, mom, dad, tell their kids, like, look, man, listen to this, it's real stuff. It's real stuff. And nobody wants to do that, homie. I don't care how hard, how tough you say you are. Nobody wants to do that part. That's the part that's so uncomfortable. So, yeah. that was a hell of a topic, huh?
Yeah, no, yeah. These conversations have to be had, because they are. I mean, like you said, they're definitely uncomfortable. Like you're sharing it with the world possibly if we had those type of
Yeah,
subscribers, viewers, but
yeah, yeah.
this is it's
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 good though, but like to me, like I'm willing to put myself out there for the greater good. I mean, like I don't care, bro. Like I said, nobody's living forever. So as long as you're exposing yourself to make some kind of change for the better, it's cool. I wish more people would do that. Because it does help. It does help big time. But whew, that was cool. Hey, nobody knows this, but I'm gonna tell you right now. While I was talking to you guys, I was working on a boombox, right? A badass. I'm so proud of this one right here. Like I made a badass amplifier. Somebody brought me a shell. It was a burnt out radio, and they brought me the speakers. And I made an amplifier out of an old TV, and I cut it, and I designed it for it to fit inside the shell. And then I fucking did all the connections. I put the speakers. I made them look one of the speakers was oval, so I made it look round. And I hooked it up. I put the little shiny center on it. And this fucking little boombox, man, it's got, when you turn it on, it's got a built-in CD player inside of it. So when you open the tape deck, instead of being a tape deck, it's a CD player. You could put a CD there, and you can play CDs. It's hooked up to the TV. You can hook it up to the tablet. And I'm just sitting here going, man, how much should I charge this dude? Because he's cool. He's my teacher. He's my tutor. He's been helping me with my math. And I'm thinking, man, how much can I charge this dude without making him feel uncomfortable? Because that was a lot of work. So I'm like, man, what do you think, James? How much would you pay for a little boombox that you never had, but that is gonna fucking, you're gonna be in the knocking, you're gonna be bumping. What you
man.
think?
Man,
We're talking
I couldn't
about
tell you because I'm not up
50
to
bucks.
I'm not up to par on the prison currency rates right now,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I'm gonna say at least almost $60, $100. I think I'm gonna hit him with like 60, so I can get some more chocolate.
there it
Hey,
is.
on everything, fool. I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy right now because I was making my canteen list, right? So I had 20 from the last the SoCal sent me like about 3 weeks ago. So I did the list, and then Letty shot me like, I think she shot me $50. So I'm taking off all the restitution, right? So I did all the math. So all in all, I had like 160. So it leaves me like about 40, like about $38 because I put $10 on my tablet. But now I can get my music, you know, and that's important, fool. Like without music, like it's just not the same, you know. So yeah, man, you don't even know. I can't even wait, fool. Like right now, I'm already kind of antsy. Like once I'm done right here, the first thing I'm gonna do is just pop the music on, hit the bright light, and get the drawing. Que no? Que really
Mandatory.
no?
That's
In the house.
Mando.
How
Mando.
about you? What you gonna do?
right now
What you gonna do?
I'm about to put like three coats on because it's like 50 like 50 like 3 degrees or something out here. Put a beanie on, put my hoodie
Wow.
on, and go here
Uh-huh.
and hit these bleachers over here because I'm pretty sure my lady's probably wondering where I'm at. She I told her I was coming to
Heck,
step away
yeah,
for a
yeah,
phone
yeah.
call, and
Yeah,
I
go.
busted a Houdini like 3 hours
Yeah.
ago, you know. But hey, missing
Yeah.
in action.
And you tell her, you tell your wife that we all said thank you for allowing us to take you for what I believe this is probably one of the longest we've done in a while, but it was well needed, homie, because we were gone for a while. You know, it gives me great pleasure. It really does, because not only do I get to help people and give a little bit of advice and tell my story, it also gives me it gives me something like I talk like I need that. I need to feel alive. Sometimes I have no one to talk to. I'm single cell. I'm not gonna get a silly. I don't talk to my neighbors. I already told you who my neighbors are. I respect them, but I don't talk to them. So yeah, you guys are in my cell right now, and it feels good, and I appreciate that. I mean, big time, homie. I mean that from a cora, you know?
Yeah, nay, I highly appreciate it. And I want to go ahead and read out some
Yeah,
messages that SoCal dropped on here for you. And he
yeah,
first one up is gonna
yeah.
be he puts I can sit and talk to Javi for hours. Y después también puso uh,
Yeah.
Javi's on it on the call back. Man, you definitely stepping it up. We're gonna have to rescind that offer for the jitterbug tablet.
The jitterbug. Hey, cancel the order, homie. Cancel the order.
And then
Cancel it.
and then he also puts
Hell yeah.
I'll put Javi's ass to work if he comes back to SD. But
Fuck yeah.
and then he puts también puso we're eating at the Sizzlers tonight. Enjoy, Javi. And then the Iceman puts love
Ooh.
Sizzlers. Shout out to both of them. You know, really appreciate it. And man, they definitely
Yeah.
made my day. They made your day. So you know, and I
Hell
love it.
yeah.
I love it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, hey, thank you guys. Hey, trip out on this. So I got a surprise. From what I hear, I'm already convinced. Yeah, I'm not gonna get deported. That's what everybody's saying, and that's what the word is. And I talked to my counselor. My counselor said, yeah, they're not gonna do that to you. And like, why? He goes, because you've been in here too fucking long. Plus, you with the youth offender. They're not willing to fucking have you go through all the fucking discomfort of fucking sending you to a fucking place where you've never been. You've been over here your whole life. So I don't think they would do that to you. And plus, I'm gonna put a recommendation on there when you go to board, and the board is gonna recommend that you don't get deported either. They're gonna give you that fucking what is it? Transitional housing. And in order for me to get transitional housing, I have to stay in the United States. So that's what they're gonna do. So bam, I think I'm staying, bro. I believe I am.
Yeah, you know
I
what? Like
believe I am.
as long as you don't sign those papers, if
Yeah.
immigration picks you
Esta
up,
llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
you might need to fight it, but you
Yeah,
know
I'm not fighting.
they will let you out. You know, because I know a lot of dudes. You know, they've been
Yeah.
it's in cases like yours. You know, where and they didn't even have papers. Some of them. So imagine, and you that you had
Yeah.
papers.
Yeah.
You know, so I think
Yeah.
you
I
got a good
have.
chance. So
Yeah. For pops, man. That's what, another reason why I'm not gonna sign the papers is I promised my dad. I go, Dad, you went through the whole process of giving us all papers, because I remember we were all right there in the IRS office, and we got it during the amnesty back in the '80s,
yep.
where they were allowing people that had been in the United States for some. But yeah, so no, for sure, I'm not gonna sign. I know the time's getting short. I don't want it to cut us off like it always does. Jaime, like, a chingo de gracias. I enjoyed everything, homie. I enjoyed the trip to the zoo. I enjoyed fucking the side conversations, the private calls, the laughter. Your little daughter is so funny, bro. I still can't believe that she was able to take you guys to where the red pandas were, and you guys didn't even know where they were, and she remembered that. That right there is it's a story for the ages, right? And yeah, man, like I had fun. This is probably it's gonna go down as one of the best ones that I think. And I felt the comfort. I felt you were in a comfort zone. You felt good. Like your questions were perfect. I mean, you too, Iceman. Like Iceman, everybody. I appreciate everybody. And for those that weren't there, Marlene, Regina, everybody. I send my saludos. Gary's doing good. He went to group today. Everybody's doing good. Everybody's still on a good path. Everybody's in their little change of recovery. And yeah, saludos to the homie and Richie in Colorado. I haven't heard from him. I hope you're doing good, Rich. Like I never forget you, man. Like every time I throw on my sweats when it's cold, I always remember like that the homie. Because of this, I'm able to go to yard. Before that, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go in my pants. It was too cold. But yeah, bam. What you think about that?
There it
Drop it
is.
like a hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You said it. You said it. You
Everybody, homie.
good
Saludos
timing
todos,
because
yeah.
they're about to hit us with
SoCal
that
todos.
60-second mark right now any moment now.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
There it is.
Yeah, you see, I'm on it. Hey, I got a little clock right here. Oh, you know what I'm gonna get me to? So I just studied these. Okay, so let me get it. Let me read the title to you guys. So, Silas just dropped off a stack of books. I don't know if he wants me to put it out there, but yeah, not him, some other individual. And they're called ethical and professional issues in addiction and counseling. So it's like 5 books on how the brain works when it's being polluted with drugs and when it's not working and I can't even wait to get because I told you guys I used to struggle with reading and my reading got so good now that all I want to do is just find books to read. So I ended up coming up on these books, but they were going to my neighbor and the dude's not here, so like that fool was selling them for $80, so I snatched them up right away. And man, let me tell you, fool, I can't wait.
Man, there it is. And Javi, he forgot that we had just announced that the 60-second mark had came up. If he calls back, then I'll go ahead and continue it. So I'll wait around for a moment to see if he calls back or what the deal is. But we've been on so far for a little bit over 2 hours. And like he's right. Yeah, this call is definitely was definitely needed. We haven't done any long calls like this in quite some time because this whole situation with the GTL tablets and so far, I mean, in the daytime it's working fine, and the real test will be tonight when everybody's jumping on their tablets and trying to reach out to their loved ones, but to be seen. Anyhow, I don't think he's gonna call back. If he does, then I'll let him know that I cut it. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And like I say around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it, it's lights out. And with that, I'm out. Hey, gracias to everybody. Buenos dias. Oh, hold on. I was about to cut it. So Fish there. So you know what? He has board coming up. He has board coming up. I think I want to say at the end of the year. No, you know what? I think they're gonna in like June or July. They're gonna let him know if he's gonna get to go to board early, and I'm assuming that he would be going back to the board sometime before the end of the year. So, it all depends. If he gets granted parole, then normally it takes 150 days, and then if they don't, I think the term is imbak. If the governor doesn't stop his release, then he'll be out in 150 days from that time that he goes to the parole board, and they find him suitable. But it all depends, on if he's put enough time between his last write up and the time he goes to the parole board. But we'll see. Anyways, with that, like I said, life's like a candle. Once you blow it, it lights out. And with that, I'm out. You guys go ahead and have a good day.